Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Trothar, and hopefully I've got this mic fixed up because I've been listening back to the recording and like, man, I'm peaking every now and then. How are y'all doing today, players?
I am now double medicated.
Yes, you
The
are.
Rewrap Project has hands.
Aye, we do. God dang. And hey, we finally have everybody back. We have a full house tonight.
Debatable if my voice wants to cooperate, but for the most part.
Aye. It's great to have everybody here, and nothing totally happened last time. There's no Diamond Half Dragon who everyone's trying to hold back from going insane to get someone who is his friend of. There's totally nothing wrong. Ain't that right, Mabel?
The silence is palpable.
I was about to say the silence is very telling, hun. So
I said ah. I said ah.
Oh, we didn't.
it didn't.
my
It
God.
didn't pick it up.
Silent.
All we heard was just. That's it.
Fair enough. But
I am going to shake you.
regardless,
I think we're all gonna
Regardless.
thank you.
we had a very interesting session. As a reminder, most, if not all of you, had basically a weapon that you all grabbed. I believe the one, I'm just scrolling up. Just trying to look. Okay, does everyone remember which weapon? Oh, the dagger. I think the dagger went to rustling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, the halberd. The halberd went to rustling. So the +1 halberd went to rustling. We all had some weapons, everything else. There isn't much we need to go over as a prep up of things happening. Wolf tails, I will say here. Basically, the rewrite, as Nick said over here, we are working hard on it. Hopefully, we can get that done, but yeah, it's becoming a bigger project than I thought. This is going to be fun.
This project got hands.
Indeed. This project got hands. So, basically, there isn't really much to set up. Things have been a little busy in the personal lives of everybody here, so we're still taking a little bit of time to get things set up, but keep your eye on the future for more things to come into the channel. There isn't really much else to go here, so the only other thing I think we just need to give a heads up with for players is that you probably will see every now and then some more posts, some more things coming up. Of course, there is going to be possibly some players who will be missing for a bit. We think everything will come up, but we might have a little bit of a longer stretch because a certain someone over here is going to college, which again, that's coming up a lot sooner. Which means that there might be a delay. You might not see Shadow for some bit. You might see something else, but we're going to take our time with it. So players, are we ready to get into what happened last session?
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
All right. So, I will say this. We can't start a Trothar episode without going over a few things with it. So Trothar is not intended for young audiences. There is many dark things that can come into it and very mature topics that come about. Violence and gore is something that's always expected in D&D, but it's more than just that because you can see other things that will come up. Autumn Thicket was an example of that. Fun times. But there are more mature themes that I think we need to tell people of, specifically of sexual assault, trauma, animal abuse, and incestuous themes that are thoughts for certain characters, as well as effects that happen, but will never be played out, just as the sexual stuff will never be played out fully. This is important to say because we, everybody here, don't want anyone to have panic attacks or make them feel uncomfortable watching what we make, and we want you all to take your time to decide how you feel about it and make your own choice, which is, again, your discretion is advised whenever it comes to watching our stuff. Please put your mental health first. This is just a game. We want this to be fun and enjoyable. We don't want people while watching to feel uneasy. If you want, we'd love to have you around, but if you need to step out for a moment or two when there's something going on, or you feel like this is something that's going to make you particularly anxious, it's okay to step out. Possibly the biggest thing that'll be coming up is prostitution will be coming up quite a bit in this one, especially with what happened in the last half. And specifically abusive cases of sexual abuse, power dynamics, pimps, and other such things will be coming up, as well as police brutality and injustice to women. If these things make you uncomfortable, please step out of this session, as this will, at least for the first half, possibly the second half, will be a big part of what's going to be talked about today, and we want to make sure everybody is safe and okay. Players, are we ready to go?
Yippee!
Yeah.
All right. Then let us begin with a summary of what happened last time. Last time, after you all got the dragon out and you all were allowed to pick your weapons, Yarrow, Jocelyn made a comment mentioning how she's not dumb. She knows that this seems to be like fate because for some reason this has happened multiple times, and this is basically the third time it's happened, though for two of you. And she has basically said that this seems to be something we need to tell Morven, because I may not believe much in the Celestials, but I'm not dumb enough to ignore fate. Yarrow got a chance to pick a name for his dragon, which this ended up being called Garland, the forest dragon. A chubby little dragon who's a big ball of sunshine and smiles that is very different from Brio. Brio is basically a little bit more of a, what do we call him? An emo little dude?
Garland hasn't listened to My Chemical Romance yet. That's basically it.
Keep him away from that. The point is, Garland is a little ray of sunshine, where Brio is a little bit snippy and a little bit more, like, snappy and rude. And basically, you all just got time to take it easy. Well, for most of you got time to just talk and breathe and get to know your celestial mom. And then one of you, after talking to a celestial father figure, found out that he has 2 missing children from what happened with Amelia, which has not helped his mental health, and he has kept that private from everybody here.
We ain't talking about our feelings, baby.
Yeah, you probably will have to. The point being is it was definitely a very big roller coaster. You all then woke up with your dragons at your side, though while Brio can cuddle up in the bag, Yarrow, you kind of have to carry Garland on your back.
I'll get like a proper harness for him or something at some point.
Or like a little wagon, like a little just pulling wagon.
We'll get him a cat backpack.
Fair. The point is, for right now, things are okay. You all picked your missions, or you would have until you had a little meetup with a strange rider. Or what you think is a rider, because they took one that specifically said just for riders. Her name was Aura, and she was a griffin folk. Seemed to make an impression on all of you. A little bit snippy, a little bit rude, maybe a little bit of good when it comes to handling monsters. Very strong, almost beat the daylights out of Mabel. And a certain villain, Strahd von Zarovich, was said to be in the area, though you all got to see one of his spawn. You didn't get to see him. He's out there somewhere, and Shao will be keeping an eye out. Once that was all done, and Aura left, you all decided to take up missions, and the first one you went was saying that there was a transport of a girl that needed to be quiet and chained. When you all went to the tavern to figure out what was going on and trying to figure out who was doing what, it was suddenly revealed that this fairy was dark blue and was a blast from Mabel's past, Sapphire. After getting his ass beat by Sapphire, I think we can all agree to that. Sapphire really effed him over.
Yeah.
Talks were made, and it was eventually revealed that Sapphire apparently said that none of the friends are dead. They're all actually alive because they got revived after they were killed. And all of them got sent to different places. Which, again, Mabel is going on a little high of being right, but also Sapphire screaming and telling him that this is his fault. And although people have been saying it's not Mabel's fault, Mabel has also been saying, no, shut up, let her say that because it is my fault. After some time talking and everything else, and Mabel realizing a few things mentally and also feeling terrible, Sapphire was chained up and has been said that she's going off with the owner of the bar and the kind of sex area to be sent back. And we meet back up right here and now. So, you are all in Sapphire's old room. She has gotten her handcuffs tied on. She is getting led outside. What do y'all want to do? And Mabel, you are doing the 1,000-yard stare looking at the floor.
Yeah, no. Learning that about Jamie is fucking him over a little bit mentally. They're
Yes, the
taking
other
a second
reason-
to recover.
The other thing I realized I forgot to say is that it was also revealed that Sapphire was wholeheartedly believing that Mabel was the one that sold them out, when it's revealed that possibly Jamie has done something to Mabel's brain, and that Mabel might have been forced to out their friends when they didn't want to do that. But no! What do y'all want to do? I'll put Octavio's theme on.
So we're like away from there, right?
Well, you guys are in the brothel, in a sex room, with Sapphire just started to leave the room area. You are alone. You can close the door and hit the silent stone if you want some privacy.
Not gonna go do that real quick.
I am wondering if wrestling would even be in there.
You would be in there. I am saying you in there because basically you would have had to come in. I'm telling you, you are with everybody.
Terrific.
Okay, so that was a lot. Yara's gonna turn over to Mabel. Because Clover isn't here to tell you it. Please stop and think before you do the next thing you're going to do.
Then I need a second for my... I need a
Okay.
second anyway.
Yeah, that's fair, right? That's why I have the silent stone on. The door is closed. Let's just take a minute, process all that, and figure out what the hell we're gonna do.
As you say that, because I also forgot of something else that happened specifically with Ivy and a certain talk she had with a Celestial. Walking in through the door, you all see the Minotaur who snaps his fingers, his mask comes up. He shakes his head. Sorry I couldn't get you more time. But I hope I at least gave you something to get you through.
Did he break the lock?
No, he can just walk through.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's God.
Celestials.
It's God. They don't need doors.
Celestial, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Mabel just shrugs. It's fine.
It's obviously not fine.
Yeah,
Mabel,
he's
that-
doing sister's thing. Yeah, she does that all the time.
Mabel, if you say it's fine again, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I don't know what else to say. It's not like I can change it.
Admitting that it's not alright is the first thing.
No offense. If I do that, I think I'm just gonna fucking break apart right now, and I can't do that. So...
Oh.
It's survivalism. That's just how it works.
She just gives a bit of a nod and looks at the wall.
All right. He actually turns over and he starts walking to you, Ivy. And he kind of because he is taller than you, he's much taller than the normal Minotaur. As he kind of he has to crouch down and get on a knee to look at you in the eye as he looks to you. Hi. Just to give you a heads up, folks, you are on mute.
Baby.
I think he might have stepped away for a bit. We'll round back to that then. Mabel, please roll me a wisdom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Wait for that one.
My face went Jamie. When that fucker exists, just in general.
You are not doing well.
Yeah, they hate thinking about that man.
So you're not feeling mentally well. The question is, what do you all want to do? Yarrow, I will say, like, definitely not good, but, you know, you give Mabel, like, a few minutes. You give him a chance to breathe. What do you want to do?
Specifically, what he's going to do is that he's going to... is Mabel sitting down, or is he just standing?
No, he's sitting.
He's going to walk over to Mabel, open up Mabel's bag, pull Vulture out, and set Vulture on Mabel's lap.
Vulture was asleep, and he's, like, hissing at you, like, why are you waking me up? He gets put down, he looks at Mabel. Yeah, he immediately starts chirping. He starts, like, rubbing up against Mabel. He starts licking your face, Mabel.
How dare you wake me from my 1,000-year slumber? Oh, that's sad.
That's it.
Basically, to make
Yeah,
it
man.
even more, like, to make it even more cutesy, Mabel, he is, like, pawing, like, he's doing something he hasn't done since he was kidding, which is rolling on his back and, like, pawing at your necklaces.
And people just sighs and pets him.
You do. To give you a little bit more of a focus, he also kind of, like, as you pet him and his belly, he, like, catches your fingers with his hands and, like, does a little chewing to them.
Baby.
Yeah, they just pet him inside and just go. Sorry, I'll get over it. Just fucking hate thinking about it.
No, you won't.
That-
You won't.
Okay.
You won't until we actually go and get her.
I mean, I don't know if this will be fixed by getting Sapphire. It would help, I guess. But they just sigh.
If anything, he kind of, for once, Octavia walks up right in front and just goes, if there's anything I've learned in life, if there was any opportunity to find someone that I knew and loved from my past, I would take that in a heartbeat.
They nod. Just
And-
petting the cat.
And by whatever miracles may be in the universe, I'm gonna help you try to get that, because God knows I've known that feeling for far too long. At least I can help someone not feel that way.
They nod.
The fact of the matter is that we know that where she's going, and we can pretty easily from here figure out where she's going to end up. I know transport for us is difficult, but he kind of like slowly turns his head over to Otmar and then looks back. One, I don't think it would be great for you to go and see her in the state that she's going to be in when you get there, because let's be honest, you're already starting to make stupid mistakes today because of how you woke up this morning.
Fair.
What might be a better idea is if we ask Otmar, if we find somebody else to go in our stead, and have Otmar give them the money to purchase her.
Oh, you don't need that.
Hmm?
Those tears I gave you, one of those will pay enough. Which, speaking of which, and he turns to you, Ivy. Hey there.
Hi.
Hi. I would like to give a little talk with you, okay?
All right.
He kind of, again, like he's at a knee, he's looking at you. Because with how big he is, he has to be at a knee to reach at your eye level. Look. I'm not saying I was a good dad before. I wanted to be. But I'm not saying I was the best one. I want to make something clear, though. A friendly advice, I would say. Don't talk that way to the other Celestials, okay? How you talk to me in prayer. Do not talk that way to the others, alright?
I've seen what they can do as a joke. I don't know to get on their bad side.
He nods. Well, that's good. You don't owe me anything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I will admit, I don't like the way you talk to me. But I think, again, I at least owe you being that way, considering what happened in the past. Just maybe don't talk to me like that again, alright?
Understood, Oddma.
Damn.
Hmm.
First fucking named him.
Well, now.
Oh no, he's gonna notice that. What happened to Dad before?
Well, I realise you haven't claimed me yet, so I'm technically not your child.
I can't claim you until you have, one, shown you can handle things that come against me. And I don't think
I am
you can
merely
handle-
just addressing you with the divine respect. Oddma. And she's being generous. She like fully like gives fealty and shit. Like,
Yeah, he nods. I don't want you to get hunted. Okay? That's the truth of it. I would like everyone to roll me a history on what Otmar means when he says hunted.
Oh boy.
Maple's not going to because he's in his own world right now, but
It is very fair. Everyone else? So that's 18. Rosalind gets it.
Yeah, but-
it's dissociating so hard.
Okay, Octavio.
Octavio gets it very sure. That makes sense. Yarrow, you don't get what he's talking about.
Remember that lesson from
Oh.
Do I
Pokemon.
really need to roll this? Because Shadow
need
wouldn't
to roll
know
it.
this naturally. Alright.
Well, I learned that from Calpid. Definitely okay.
Ivy, you don't know what he's talking about. It's kind of like you almost remember it, but you kind of, it's not clicking there. And Shadow, you have no idea. Rustling, you take a bit to remember. Octavio, you remember it immediately. Here's a funny thing with Voldus children. Voldus children are oftentimes sacrificed to other Celestials because it is deemed that Voldus is wicked and they're purifying wickedness from the world. They are the most hunted, most tortured, most beat up children in the entire world, which is why many Voldus children and descendants of the Voldus children are generally not claimed. They are kept safe and away from each other. But there is a particular thing with Otmar and Deimos children, which is specifically where Rustling you would pick this up because of what your dad would mention. And Octavio, you remember a legend. A legend specifically states that all the Celestials, minor and major, their children carry a part of them in them. This is the idea that each Celestial has a part to them, whether that is, in the case of Otmar, wealth and coins and everything else. So there is belief among certain people, specifically that if you kill a child of that, or abuse a child of that, or specifically get them scared enough, they will produce whatever you want. So an Otmar child, if they are grabbed by a certain Celestial or other individuals, could be used as almost a focal point to get tons of money. That might explain why the Celestials haven't been claiming you all. Perhaps they're worried if you are claimed that people will specifically do that.
Congratulations, Ivy, you're a rare mob.
Ah,
Yeah. Which he looks to you, Deimos has enough of his children killed. And though I only gave you a blessing, you're still part of me. I don't know if you're ready yet, because a lot of people, when they recognize you, they will come after you. Even some of your own family. You have a very rare power of mine, which is wealth. You produce coins as you sleep, and I don't want you getting abused or taken. From what I've gathered, you've already been abused. The least I can do is prevent more. Okay?
I was just saying nothing, and she just nods.
But I also want to make it clear, you don't have to call me Dad if you don't want to. Okay? I'm just a guy who appeared here, and I've just appeared out of nowhere from a life you've had a pretty sucky time with. I want you to know it's okay. You can get mad at me all you want. But specifically, don't be saying that I just let the abuse happen. Okay? If I had any way to have found you when you were a kid, I wouldn't have let that happen. Alright?
Okay.
He nods. He cracks his back. He looks over. Hey, Twinkie boy.
Me?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Ah! I mean, not
Yeah,
inaccurate.
Mabel's like staring, like not in his direction at all, and then kind of like startles and looks at us, huh?
Why do you think you need someone else to do that?
Do what?
Get your girl?
I wasn't the one that said that.
Well, you already have a perfect person to get that, Jocelyn.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, cracks his back. Those tears I gave you, they can only be used for monetary or trade or anything related to my domain. Clothing, currency, textiles, glory, prosperity, fortune, and wealth. Give the guy one of those, you'll get her. Probably her kid, too.
No, it's...
The question is if you all want to use it for that. I'd hurry up and talk about it, though, as he cracks his back and starts to walk. From what sounds like, she's shipping out soon. You could have Jocelyn grab her to drop off to Melin and get to her owner before that happens. For now, as the mist starts to swirl around him, there's a little girl I gotta make sure is okay, too. And Ivy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you for fighting for what's right. And he disappears. Players, you may all talk about what you want to do. I'll be right back.
I just realized there's an issue that with sending Jocelyn specifically. We're supposed to be supervised. If she leaves town even for a little bit, then that could be a problem for both us and her.
Worst part is someone else might have to take her position, and do we really want to risk someone else looking after us?
While you guys are having this conversation, hey Mabel.
Yeah?
Tosses you the tear.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Thank you then.
I apparently make money while I sleep, so.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, there is another option, and then he slowly turns at Mabel. You know, there's somebody else around here taking jobs.
True.
Who says Jocelyn has to leave us unsupervised?
You remember what she... No, well, you wouldn't, but...
Yeah,
Well,
but...
she said that She said that Bull isn't feeling well enough to be able to carry all of us yet. He needs time to rest.
She said specifically going there and back. She said she could take you back with Bull.
Which means that if we go to Melin, we're stuck in Melin.
Yeah.
Nah, he can just get hitched up. He just has to walk instead of fly.
Hmm.
I don't want to like make everybody do that.
I'm gonna say this at least for myself, Mabel. Whatever we need to do to help, I'm willing to do, on the condition that you stop being reckless.
On the condition that you calm the fuck down.
Please, for the love of
Like
God.
he actually walks over and he looks him directly in the eye. Getting into fights and challenging people that have nothing to do with what's going on isn't going to make this situation better.
I know.
Yara,
I
roll
don't-
an insight on Mabel.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I just, when I mental health really bad, I get fucking weird.
It's a 13.
Mabel, roll deception.
What am I lying about?
Why would you do that to him?
What?
14, baby!
Huh?
Rare Mabel win for deception.
Rare Mabel W.
Would anyone else like to roll insight on Mabel?
I
Fart
Yeah, I'd
him.
love to.
Dude, I heard you say
I'd
fart.
love to.
I was gonna be a jerk and boarding so badly, but knowing my luck, I would just roll a 1. No offense, Nick.
Well, but then we'd have to flat roll it, and he'd probably win.
Ah,
Wait, okay, what are we
You've
rolling?
seen my dice luck.
Okay.
What are
Okay,
we rolling?
Yarrow. Hold on. Okay, just to confirm, Octavia, are you giving a barter?
how many? Let me double check because it has been a full rest day, right?
We have gotten a full rest, so
Okay.
this is a totally new day.
Cool. So yeah, I still have 3. Yeah.
All right, Yarrow, roll bardic.
E6. Never mind.
There he is.
There he goes.
Okay. Yarrow, Mabel's hiding something. Something happened last night. Something happened that's he is reckless. He's not this reckless. Something happened last night.
Do you need to talk about why you were out in the woods last night?
I don't really want to, particularly.
Okay.
Hold on. Vulture looks at you. Looks at Yarrow. Looks at you. He kind of not claws out. He's got claws in. But he kind of like smacks your nose, Mabel.
Why?
You were out in the forest? What?
Yeah.
I sleep in the woods sometimes when I'm stressed out. I do that.
Okay. Why were you stressed?
It doesn't really matter. It's my own
Yes.
business.
Okay, when... Yara, is it okay if I say something?
He slowly backs up.
Hands up,
Yelling at
backs,
me.
hands up,
Everybody
backs up.
circles around Mabel TL.
She's going right in front of him. Mabel?
I will say, when Rustling steps in front of them, they do look slightly more intimidated than with Yara.
It's the mom boys.
That's
It's
not a
the
fault of
certified
Yara.
mom boys.
It's not a fault of Yarrow, it's just scary woman.
Wait a minute.
He has seen wrestling kill a man, so...
That too.
Women scare me much more than deer.
Ah,
Sorry, I need to say this joke real quick. It carries through all campaigns. The player does not fear deer.
It's true.
God.
But Go
I...
ahead.
Oh, Mabel? It being your own business, if it was just that, I respect it. But when the actions affect those around you and can cause ripples and effects that no one can foresee, it's everyone's business. It's Wildstar's business. You're part of a team. So get it through your thick skull that you don't have to take on everything on your own.
Yeah, their ears are pinned back, like, oh no, yelling at me.
To be fair, I thought that's why y'all got angry at me for getting angry at the gods. I wasn't thinking about others.
Just gestures.
They glare at Shadow Leap like with the most like fuck you. That's a good point.
Yeah, she's also like no hesitation, no smirk, no like cockiness. She is staring dead at you, eyes pinpricked.
Wrestling
they
just
rub-
gesturing with both arms at Shadow.
Okay. Okay, so to explain what I learned and to explain why I did not know it before, I need to explain a thing I did that does not sound great out of context.
Okay. Do you want to sit down?
I'm already sitting.
Okay.
Sure.
Me as a player, I didn't fully realize that.
That's
I was
fine.
having a dog.
No, they shrug.
She will sit down
Okay.
next to him.
How do I even explain Ghost's conception? Ghost... When Ghost was conceived by my former girlfriend, I was not biologically male. So I did not actually conceive Ghost.
Okay.
What I did do was, when she got pregnant because of non-consensual things, I, might have performed a ritual from Valdis.
Okay.
And my understanding of the terms was that I would sacrifice some of... my understanding was all of the litter but one puppy, and then that would be mine, instead of... It could have been 3 different men who could have conceived Ghost. I have no clue. My assumption was it was either Tossie or the Sovereign. But... just shrugs. Apparently that was not actually what happened, and I was not told about that.
Sometimes your dead father figure thinks you understand social cues when you don't.
Just shrugs.
Apparently there were 2 other children from that litter, and I was not told about that.
Okay.
And so I have no fucking clue where 2 of my children are that I did not know I had.
That can certainly stress someone.
Yeah. Then I fucking find out Jamie did more to fuck with my mind than I knew he did. Great.
Okay. Am I allowed to inquire what that means?
It's the fucking modified memory shit. I already knew Jamie fucked with my mind.
Oh,
I didn't know he did modified memory on me.
Wait, will we know who this Jamie is?
Yes, you would have found that last time.
Yeah.
It got mentioned last session. Jamie is Mabel's ex, who he's brought up a few times without naming.
And this is the Arsehole?
He's my ex-boyfriend.
Ah, the Arsehole.
Vulture hisses very loudly at the mention of Jamie.
Okay, so he's He's more than that. Very nasty man, Count.
He did a lot of things to me that I don't feel are relevant. But
You might not feel like it's relevant, but I beg to fucking differ. But you know what? You're open enough, and you're doing a good job.
the only thing that's relevant to what I'm referring to is that he drugged me multiple times. That's it. I knew he fucked with my mind. I didn't know he used Modify Memory.
Wow. Okay.
And, like, no offense, but my entire childhood, I've been treated like a fucking toy. Like I'm just an accessory for everyone around me. So the only thing I have is my mind. That's the only thing that's ever been mine.
And it's yours. Even if people try to make it feel like it isn't, it's yours.
I just sigh. At least the Sovereign lets me have my fucking mind.
And the borders in the 9 circles of hell. Okay.
I'm not saying the bar's high, but I can at least handle him. At least when the Sovereign does shit that is not what I want, he doesn't trick me into thinking I want it.
Oh, James, that's what. You. Okay. Hang on, wait. Is this some deck I came up before?
I don't think so. I think the only way it vaguely came up was Mabel was terrified of Dragon Nip and said that that was related to their ex, but that's it.
Okay, yeah, no, she pauses. Okay, hold. Pause. The fuck you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Made it think this. Losing dick privileges, I'm just gonna call him that.
Fair enough.
Losing dick privileges. He made you what now?
I don't like to talk about it, but he gave me drugs that made me think I wanted to do things with him. That's it.
Okay. So, how does that equate to you thinking you want to do it and not what it actually is?
Just
You
shrugs.
You didn't want it.
I know that. I'm not saying that what he did wasn't right. I'm saying that at least the Sovereign lets me know that I don't want it. I know the bar's in hell, but still.
The bar is very much in hell.
The bar's past hell.
Again, people treat me like a fucking toy. I'm used to it. I can at least handle it if people tell me up front that's what they think.
You do realize none of us think that's of you, right?
I just shrug.
Mabel.
Mm.
Just kind of blinking. I don't. Okay, please. Correct me if I'm wrong with what I'm saying, because I try not to speak for everyone. But none of us think you're a toy. You're a person.
I get that.
Do you?
To a degree. I mean, the thing is... Sovereign's Keep is very different to here. Everything there is, like... Everyone has hidden meanings. And I grew up not understanding any of it. I don't understand anything socially. And you can't really survive there unless you understand things socially.
It's politics.
It's politics, and I'm fucking suck at it.
Just means you're a decent person.
The point is, I just fucking... It's hard for me to realize about the kid thing, and it's hard for me to rationalize that Jamie was worse than I thought he was. I did care about him at one point. It's hard to rationalize that he did that.
Makes sense.
Vulture, hearing all of that, again, he is cat. He does not understand much, but he does see you are letting out stress, so he does actually keep licking your cheek.
He is cat.
Baby.
He is cat.
Baby boy.
Just freaking Wrestling's like, are you okay with touch right now?
Probably not.
Okay. She just kind of like lets her makes him like a little space between the two of them, just like with her tail. It's like there's a wall. Respecting the boundary.
They just sigh and stand up. Billy should probably go back to doing whatever we were doing.
So you don't want to discuss any of this anymore, or?
I don't know what there else is to discuss.
Well, you brought it up. We could just talk to Jocelyn about this.
Okay. Is it going to help?
Probably. I just don't want to disrupt anything.
Okay, we're the Wildstars. We disrupt a lot of shit. Without even meaning so.
We can talk to her about it.
Yarrow, go ahead.
We can talk to her about it, and at the very least, she can find somebody else to take the job for us. Or she can do it herself. But if this is something that you want to spend the tier on, and this is something you want done, then we should talk to her.
Especially if it's going to actually help you, heal.
As if, yeah, for all of us. I like how that for you.
They just look anxious, but they nod.
All right. So, do you all decide to head out?
Yeah.
Let's get out of the brothel, please.
So, here's a funny thing. You all mentioned Jocelyn. When you walk out, I would like to say, Sapphire is there. You see she's been led out to the wagon. She's getting checked with a few things. It looks like an adventuring team is starting to agree with the guy, like talking about, oh yes, we'll take her on and blah, blah, blah. Here's the interesting thing. As you all are thinking, like, where could Jocelyn be? Like, how are we going to find her? How are we going to do all this other stuff? Here's the funny thing. Bull comes flying down from the sky, lands. Jocelyn hops up, looks to all of you. What in the nine hells did I hear Aura say that you apparently were heading to a brothel?
It's complicated.
Man, word travels around here quick. Okay.
But
It's a small
you're
town,
here.
and let me tell you, Aura is a annoying voice every now and then.
So, we need to talk to you. You have impeccable timing because there's a situation.
Okay.
That we are
Why is Mabel looking like somebody just kicked him in the balls?
Because
that
someone did.
situation.
And why is Ivy looking like somebody made her eat to vomit? Why do you all look off?
So you see she just kind of nods over to the cart.
Oh, please don't tell me you bought a prostitute for the...
No, that's someone
Okay,
actually
so
Heaven's
here's the thing. That's a little bit complicated, but you're not too far off. So
So remember the Mabel's friends?
You mean
That-
the dead ones?
They're not-
Or you mean the ones that I think he's got at the school? What are we
No, they're
talking
not
here?
dead. They were revived, and she is one of them.
I beg your pardon?
Someone revived them.
All of them.
Okay.
They're all sent off everywhere, and that one is her. That one's Bailey's one of them.
Yeah, just takes a moment, rubs her face. Okay, slow down. I did not need a hangover today. Okay, what is... Yeah, she looks at this. She looks over at Mabel. Are you serious?
Mabel startles again. They keep fucking dissociating. They kind of look up and just go, yeah.
And what are you looking to do?
I mean, ideally, free her?
You got the money for that? You got the time?
Just holds up the
Look.
tear and then just goes,
I mean, I can figure out the time.
Oh, shoot. She takes it. A genuine celestial... Where did you all get this?
Otmar.
Points to Ivy.
We did a favor for Otmar in the last town we were in.
I am so sorry, because she does not know the connection. She looks over. I thought he was gay. Like,
No.
No.
what kind of favor we talking here?
You remember when we
Wait.
came to you and told you about the house burning down?
Uh-huh.
That was Otmar.
Okay.
And the
They-
little girl that... I'm sorry?
Yeah, they had one of his children tied up, and
Yeah, no,
Hmm.
I remember all of this. Why would he give you all... What did
Ivy's
Ivy
one of
do?
his kids.
Oh! She looks over at you, Ivy. Oh, I retract my statement. Got it. Understandable. Not that some of the Celestials ain't into that, but I'm pretty sure Otmar ain't. Okay. Alright. Okay. Let me get this straight. And she kind of looks to you, Mabel. One of your friends is in that wagon.
Nods.
And you have a plan to convince her owner, I'm sorry, I gotta use that word, her owner to let her go. How?
I'll be honest, I don't have a plan, but I was just gonna figure it out, I guess.
Hence
You're
why we were running
serious
it by.
about it.
Oh, sorry.
You're serious about this, aren't you?
Of course.
We know that the
How far are
owner.
you willing to go?
I am. This sounds really far, but I'm literally willing to kill myself for her.
Okay, let's not go that far.
That ain't straight, but alright.
Oh, you're... would saying you're gay for her be worked if you're
What?
non-binary?
No. Sapphire's my friend, not that.
Shadow
you
is
keep
giving you a
fooling
hard look.
yourself. You keep fooling yourself. You don't love her. Got it.
They're like, what the fuck?
Shadow is giving Mabel the hardest look she's given him them in a very, very long time, and she's just going, my mom is rolling somewhere, and she's laughing.
Okay.
They open their mouth like they're gonna say something, then close it immediately. Like, nope, that's not nice.
We do know that the owner is currently in Melin right now, so
Melin,
yeah.
he's in.
And he points at the carriage. As far as we know, she's on her way to Melin. So
Okay. She looks
Yeah.
at. All right.
This is why we were bringing it up to you, because you know the law that's it.
Okay. Okay. First off, y'all are coming with me. If
Oh,
I'm
thank
doing this all for you, you are all going to Melin with me. Am I clear?
that's fair. Just
we're
had
going to Melin. Oh, right.
Second, I don't think any of you know Melin. Melin is the designated criminal underground city. See, Melin, a part of the Northern Territories, you'll learn this later in your time. Melin ended up having a revolution. They didn't like how much laws and everything else were put on the town. So they killed everyone in the town who was a part of the laws. Guards, dragon riders, everything. We riders tried for a 3-month period to take back the town. It's a little hard to do that, however, when they've got a giant set of God's damn weapons. So eventually, it resulted in us understanding and kind of accepting that if we were going to work with this, we have to give them a little understanding. They would be allowed to make certain things there, and we would be less severe on them. There's still riders there and guards, but they're shady. If we're going there, first off, you all are going to be giving Bull a nice fancy meal. I mean, make it for him, make it something nice, and you are going to be making him happy. Am I clear?
Yeah, I think that's a good trade-off. What do you think, guys? That's a good trade-off?
What about the other stuff that we agreed to do here?
What I'll let you do is we'll go to Melin today. It's good weather. I think I can get Bull to go there. Then we're going to come back. I will rent you all out, which call it you will get me some money at some point to pay me back. I will rent you all out a set of horses. We'll have a few people send them back. Those horses will take you through the fields, past the river, and you'll get home. Alright? Again, Bull will be fine. He just needs some time. We'll fly back on Sunday. Alright? You all will make your way there. You better do your homework in the carriage, I mind you. Oh, and Mabel?
Hmm?
She's your responsibility. Am I clear?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I don't mean just you are responsible for paying for her. You are responsible for her grades. You are responsible if she does anything illegal. And by the Celestials, if she messes up, it's on your hide. Am I clear?
No, I understood. I understood that already.
Ave Shadow, come with me. And she starts walking.
Yep, follows.
Follows.
Alright. She looks. The rest of you come as well. You're going to stand at the back. Are we clear?
Okay.
Because no offense, I need the one that looks the most muscle and the silverest of tongues to help me out.
Well, offense taken.
Yeah, Octavio opens his mouth and is like, yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, he knows.
Ivy legit stares at the musician like, are you sure me? But alright.
I'd say we could tag team. He just gives a look of, hey, we could tag team this, you know.
Freaking me as a player. Out of context. The difference between deception and persuasion.
Indeed. So, basically what happens is just as they're about to go, Jocelyn whistles. All of them, the brothel guy, the adventurers kind of stop. They see Jocelyn. She goes, hey there now. I hear we've got some goods being transported. The guy goes, oh, yes, and it's already been taken care of. Yeah, official rider business. Let's take a look at those goods. You don't need to. Abby. What did the specific requirements on there say? Chained in what?
Yeah, she reads it out.
Yep, chained and bound. Looks, that means that's a person. We need to do a medical check. That's no need. We're fine. I'll do it
And
for
you
a quarter of the price. Looks to you, Ivy. And my associate here can tell you I'd throw We'll do it in a very good way.
Yes, she definitely is a very high quality option. I mean, you can trust complete strangers that don't have much of a repertoire behind them. But if someone's willing to cut down on their prices to establish a good quality of work ethic, I think that should at least warrant a discussion about.
Yeah, he looks
What?
at that. He looks at you. Roll me a persuasion, Ivy.
One second. I've been locked out of my character sheet.
It's okay. Shadow.
See.
She looks to him. I expect you to bring her out. She needs to get her check. Shadow, roll me a intimidation. While we wait for
Okay.
Ivy to roll a persuasion.
Would I have an advantage because Jocelyn's helping me?
No, you've got a flat. Because, no offense to all of you, you're basically
Never mind.
puppies standing beside a giant Tibetan Mastiff, if we will, of danger levels in their mind.
Unnatural 20.
A natural 20, 17. I will roll his charisma.
For
I hit the
flavor.
wrong button.
When this guy is staring at Jocelyn, a very low growl is heard from Shadow.
Yeah. So persuasion wise, that's a 12. Yeah, he kind of perks up at that. Looks at Jocelyn, looks at you, Shadow. Kind of looks a little uneasy, puts his hands up. Looks to them. He starts talking with them for a bit. You hear everything from, because this is just a set of dwarves, like, you can't trust a rider, they're not going to do well in Melin, like, you can't do this. Eventually they lead off. They unhook their ox, they walk off. You see the guy stick his head in, you go, "Come here, love. Looks like you got a medical checkup. Bring the little brat too." Mabel, you get to see this. Sapphire gets yanked out by the chain. She looks annoyed, but she is specifically keeping someone close by her leg, but you do get to see her. It's a little blue tabaxi. You'd think it was a straight tabaxi, but she's got a pair of horns on her head that are starting to curl down, and she specifically has an extra fluffy tail. He leads her over to Jocelyn to have her sit down. And specifically, Jocelyn, looks down to the kid, looks at her. Sapphire looks very unhappy. She smiles. "Lay there now." I will say Sapphire looks at you, Mabel, not effing again. I'm with this guy.
Mabel just mouths, "I'm sorry."
Sapphire just goes, "What? I'm kind of a little pale there." "Yeah, I don't care." She starts to reach for something. Sapphire looks panicked, and she pulls out a firestone. "Bull, come on." Bull lights it up, passes over. She looks wide-eyed. "It's okay. You can take it." Sapphire takes that. Shadow and Ivy, because you're nearby, you get to see that again. The firestone, as soon as it's in Sapphire's hands, starts to have her perk up immediately. Her skin starts to get a little bit more fuller in color. She looks calmer with the heat in her. "Now, ma'am, I gotta run a medical check, but we gotta do this quick, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna make sure that you get checked up, but your little one's got to be checked out too." Sapphire perks up at that, looks at them. "Not near guys." "Yep, no worries. I got two very wonderful gals here. Ivy, Shadow."
Oh no.
You two gonna talk to the little one, alright?
He gives a nod.
Gonna do some basic checks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Jocelyn nods. They might need some help from the others in the group, if that's alright. Everyone but him. Sapphire glares at Mabel.
Mabel's like, meh.
Yeah, Sapphire nods to her. Jocelyn starts to check her mouth, everything else. She looks to you two. Get on checking the kid, alright? She calls everyone but Mabel. You can come over.
Russell and heading over.
Yep. Octavio's heading over.
Yep. Shadow gets down into the to the little tabaxi's level and give like a soft smile. Hi there.
I am so sorry. The Tabaxi's not looking at you. Looking dead at Mabel. Looks up at her mom. Mama, is that what you said? Yes, it is. Very much it is. Oh. She starts walking away from all of you, chain and all, and goes right up to Mabel.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Mabel's just tail twitching, anxious, looking at this small child.
Looks up. Hi, shithead! And just kicks you hard in the knee.
They accept this.
I like this kid.
Ooh, what you say?
Oh.
You only meant well.
She would have kicked in the balls if she could reach that high, but she's still small. Yeah, Jocelyn, is trying not to laugh. But she comes over. You see, smiling down to her, Sapphire, nuzzles the top of her head. You hear a very loud purr come up. And she walks a little bit over to all of you, but she doesn't really like to be away from her mom. So she looks up at all of you. Hi.
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 You're a brave little thing, aren't you?
I'm not brave, I'm gentle.
Oh, is that your name?
Uh-huh.
Oh, what's your full name then?
Gentle.
Oh, alright. I'm sorry, that sounded a bit rude of me. It's nice to meet you, Gentle.
That's the name I prefer.
Oh. Well, we'll just call you Gentle then.
Okay. My papa calls me a different name. Or,
Oh.
not papa. She looks up. Sapphire nods. Sperm donor.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well, then I don't think his opinion much matters.
Kind of does a bit. He's her owner.
But your name is Gentle.
Nods.
Wait, were we also allowed to go over to the mom?
No, you have to pick between either Sapphire or Gentle. And specifically, Jocelyn looks like she's trying to talk to just Sapphire on her own.
Okay. Yeah, her ear twitches. Ah.
Now, we're just gonna look over you, see if you're doing okay, alright?
She nods, but then she looks over at Ivy. And she puts her ears down. You're a girl, right?
Yes.
And you're not a pimp, right?
That Octavio has a look of that you are far too young to know what that word is.
No,
We're all thinking that.
none of us are.
Yeah, she just looks at all of you. I mean, that's what Papa is.
Well, none of us are.
I will say, me above game, yes, none of you are. Looking over at Mabel, you were for 5 minutes.
Well, now.
Me as a player, the more this child speaks.
Oh, it gets better. No, she just looks at a lot of things.
Oh, you're a really smart girl, aren't you?
No, I just know that when Mama sends me out, she's dealing with a customer that probably wants very kinky sex.
I see. Well,
Yes.
again, we're just gonna look at, like, do a quick little medical checkup, alright?
Yeah, she sits. Mama didn't do anything.
Oh,
Want to make that
she's
clear.
Not in trouble. She's not in trouble, sweetheart.
Not at all.
Good. If you tried to take me from her, I'd beat the shit out of you. And she just keeps, like, plucking some grass off the ground.
And honestly, I believe that.
Rightfully so. If we did try taking you, I would have expected a fighter spirit out of you.
Yeah, Rustling tilts her head to the side. Are there other kids there?
Nope.
Just you?
Yep. That's how I have
Oh.
3 names.
You have 3 names.
3 names?
Uh-huh. And she plucks one strand. I'm legally T225.
You
Hmm.
like Churchy though. That's the one that matters.
Well, that's what Papa says when I get old enough. That's my serial number for when I work for him.
Hmm.
Mm.
Can I do my medical checkup on her now?
You can. You can. She's distracted with grass.
Do I need to roll a wisdom, Erica?
You kind of do. Hey, Ivy, could you
Natural
roll me a
one.
wisdom?
Someone help me! Natural one, someone please help me!
Yarrow could help you.
Yarrow! Octavia! Someone!
22.
Hey, Ivy, disadvantage on that wisdom. I forgot to mention. Sorry, there was a lot going on.
I love you reveal that after I roll well on the wisdom.
Distracted with everything. It wasn't supposed to be disadvantage. Yeah, Rustling, you're hanging in there. Ivy, oh, you want to stab this man. You really need to stab this man. Because it's specifically that name.
What name again? I didn't catch it.
She said her first name she has is T225.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, lore!
That's why I said. That's why I specifically said.
I had
you
a
have to
theory.
roll
I had a
wisdom.
theory, and I was like, "Oh yeah, here we go."
Oh,
Ivy just sort of grips her gloved hand.
Mama didn't like that name though, so apparently she told Papa to pick one, and he called me Accident.
Real charmer, huh?
That gives a reason for Shadow having the natural one, I guess. If I'm not getting
Yeah.
advantage, and that's perfectly fine. So Shadow flinches at that.
Yeah. Specifically what I will say is, Shadow, you're not used to medical. Yarrow, are you giving advantage, or at least, yeah, are you giving advantage to Shadow?
Sure.
I realize, roll again. Just because I realized the advantage was not clearly said, so this can help out here.
Alright, that's better. 18.
I'll say that you do flinch a little bit, but you manage to keep back to it. You flinch enough so that you do kind of like grip too hard at her arm as she hisses at you.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, you see Sapphire looks over. What are you doing to her? It's okay, ma'am. It's all right. No, what are they? It's okay. Yeah, Sapphire looking at Jocelyn calls, "Baby, you okay?" All quiet. There you go. Okay. And she sits. Yeah, Gentle looks up at you. That's all we know there's no one around. When it's all quiet. That's why Mama doesn't have to put me outside.
Ah, I get you. Again, I'm sorry for squeezing a bit too hard.
Nods. Mama gave me the name Gentle, because I don't want a tabaxi name if I'm connected to the bastard.
Well, I
Ah, I
think so.
see.
kind of like how I prefer my name Rustin.
Nods. The only other person is Shithead, who Mama said that if I ever saw, I got to beat him up whenever I see.
Ah.
He does
What
have
do you give
to-
him?
Logic from your mom. Yeah. Sound logic from your mama, though. She sounds very
Oh.
smart.
Blinks. What does your mom say about people's pronouns?
Yeah, looks confused. How
Okay.
can nouns be a pro?
'Cause because they're good at their job.
Yeah, she wags her tail. That's why Mama likes female tabaxis. Male tabaxis suck.
Wow, we came in with bits today. Okay.
Mabel
Yeah,
is
they do.
fucking sulking in the corner, by the way.
My Rustling was just gonna say like, well, he isn't a he, it's a they, but then it's like, oh fuck, how do you just like pronounce to a child?
Yeah, no.
And what does your mama think about Felanon?
You're half bastards. And just keeps, like, biting a bit. Specifically biting at the chain.
Right again on that one too. She pats Shadow's head.
Your mama sounds very smart.
This will throw it
Oh,
aside.
yeah. She's the smartest around. And again, like, just licks. Again, licks where the chain is. The medical basically shows that where Sapphire has paler skin, she might have a disease or two, she's skinnier, she's stressed. Gentle looks fine. Good coat color, good fur, good belly, maybe a little underweight, because you can feel like a rib in a bit. But it definitely appears to be that Sapphire has sacrificed whatever she could to make it so that Gentle is fine.
Well, looks like your mama's been doing a great job taking care of you. We're all done here.
Yeah, she actually perks up at that. Loreni, well, yeah, of course she did. What, you think she isn't? And she actually, like, fluffs up. Mama's
No,
the best. Don't you ever
no.
say anything else.
I
Your
wasn't
mother is-
saying that, sweetheart.
Sorry.
I wasn't saying that, sweetheart. I was saying I just wanted to see how you were, period.
She looks at you confused. Kind of like runs on all fours with the chain right up to her mom's lap, and Sapphire just hugs her. This is when you kind of hear Jocelyn go, like, looking a little anxious, and you think I'd let her near when those are happening? No, never said so, ma'am. Have you thought of maybe I'm not bringing her to those places, okay? You know, we riders have a safe haven drop-off policy. Sapphire kind of glares at her, gripping Gentle tighter. No. Okay. So he doesn't hit her. No. He hits you. Doesn't say anything. I can't help you if you don't tell me. Yeah, I don't really trust riders, okay? Get enough of them coming in, lording over their spot. Got some mother effer named Lord. Yeah, she actually stops. Got some. You know, enough swearing. Some little shit named Lord Mistborn that comes in every now and then.
Oh, there's growling.
Don't even get me started on some guy named Elrune. That's an annoying one I have to deal with every day. And he's at least in. He hasn't been in for a bit. Even school kids from your little Dracodale come in. And I'll be talking to Morven about that. That is highly illegal. But the point is... You sure you can? Look. I think Twink over there, little shit, yeah, little shithead over there can tell you, I don't have many good things in my life. I'm in a brothel. I'm used by what everybody wants to pay, and my owner shoves me out whenever I want. And my kid gets the pet. I don't have many good things. My kid is my only good thing. If I have her taken, okay. Right, there's nothing wrong that I can say goes against the slave rights. I'm sorry. Yeah, didn't think this would happen. That's why we'll all be dropping you off. What? Hold on. What? Yep. Mr. Starkeeper.
They sigh, they get up.
Yeah, she hands you the chain. You're in charge of her.
They look deeply uncomfortable with this, but they nod.
Do you want to look at Sapphire?
You're gonna glance because they don't like this.
Pinpricked eyes, angry eye twitching.
They're like, yep, here.
All right. Jocelyn very quickly hops on Bull. The carriage isn't that far away, so you all see that Bull picks up like your boat carriage, comes over. That's right, everybody in. And remember, you all owe Bull quite a few good scritches for this, all right?
Of
Okay.
course.
As Rustling is climbing, and she is giving him a good screech.
Yeah. I will say that Sapphire is kept in the middle. She's fine if a girl comes to sit with her, but if any of you, specifically you, Ivy, if you try to come near her, or you, Shadow, she's not happy. So she's fine if Rustling comes in. Everybody else, well, you gotta sit on the other side.
Rustling will sit with them.
And just for a little bit of a heartbreak, Gentle looks around, looks very surprised, looks up to her mom. Why aren't we in the dark box? I guess we get a different place. Yeah, she wags her tail. Never been in this place before. Could everyone roll me, or whoever would like to, roll an insight on Sapphire?
Yeah. Me sitting here. God.
I don't understand anything.
So far, that's enough. Mabel, do you want to roll on your
I'm
old
rolling.
friend?
I was just getting it. 22.
Yeah. For everyone else, Sapphire looks like she just has a little bit of a sigh, like, oh, she's just tired, probably. Mabel, Sapphire's trying not to cry.
Yeah, Mabel
The fact
twitches
that
their tail.
Yeah, the fact that their kid has to grow up in this situation, very clearly you can tell Sapphire's not happy.
Yeah.
But you all... Oh, sorry?
Oh, no, go ahead.
You all notice, however, that very quickly, as soon as you guys get up in the air and you're all looking around, you take your eyes off of Sapphire for a minute. She and Gentle are already asleep, cuddled up right by each other. Sapphire could lay down, but she's sleeping with herself, neck down, head back. She's making sure Gentle has the spot to lay down.
Yeah, Rustling is going to be staying fucking vigilant as shit.
Once baby is asleep, up in the air, if they will take this back later, they're gonna pull their old fucking unicorn plushie out and put it next to Gentle.
Okay. Here's the funny thing, however. Could you roll me a sleight of hand?
I will. I don't think I'm good at those, but I will do it.
Acrobatic.
Thank you. Thank you. 12.
Man, that bar carrying its weight today.
Also, just circling this on the map to show you where you all are flying.
Oh boy.
It is a distance. Okay. So, yeah, Mabel, you try extra hard, but you are woken up by Gentle is woken up by that. And very quickly, she doesn't, it looks like Sapphire passes out. She's very tired. But Gentle, you all sees the plushie, sees you, and hisses very loudly at you, Mabel.
Sorry.
She kind of looks at that, pause it. What's that?
It's a stuffed animal.
What's that?
It's like a toy.
Oh. I'm not allowed to play with those because I'm
No,
not
not that.
Look, it's a toy intended for kids. Nothing related to your mom's work.
She looks confused that she paused it. Those are a thing?
No, it's...
I
She puts her hand on it, and you all see her eyes have been slits for a while. Now they're very big as she kind of like pets it a few times, and yawning, she curls around it. She looks very
we'll
happy.
I will say notably compared to the ones that like Mabel gave to like Wrestling's kids, this is a very old, clearly very old worn plushie. This is not one Mabel made. This is mine. This was the one Mabel had as a kid.
Oh boy.
This is not one Mabel made.
Players, you may all interact. After
I'm doing
all
my
this
homework.
BS you get to see.
I'm doing my homework.
I'm doing my homework too as this is going on, but Wrestling is keeping an eye on everything.
Also doing homework.
Why does math? Why does math have to be a thing?
I think
Because
she'll.
I'm a musician. We only count the 4.
I think the little one.
You can make the joke, Ivy.
Well, if you follow your creed, it makes sense.
I want to shoot all of you right now.
Wait, is Gentle still awake?
No.
Kind of. You can't tell if she's sleeping or not. You think she is. But eventually when you all think she's asleep, after like 30 minutes trying to do your homework, you realize she's pretending to sleep. Because her breaths are a little bit not even. You realize she's pretending to sleep. Probably a trick she learned where she was from. And after half an hour, she just looks confused, sees the toy still there. She looks at all of you. She looks at you, Mabel. You're a weird shithead.
My God.
Mama said you betrayed everybody, but why would you give me a toy? Are you trying to make me go against Mama? Because that's not going to happen.
No, I was just trying to be nice.
Shitheads can be nice.
Shrugs.
I mean,
Depending on the shithead.
Huh. She pets the toy and curls around.
Mabel definitely has the moment of like, nobody's saying I'm not a shithead. Okay, guys.
I just like sometimes, quote unquote. Sorry, I was trying to speak up.
No, you're fine. I'm joking.
Wrestling just kind of glances over at her. Sometimes, shitheads weren't originally shitheads.
Yeah, she looks over. I don't know.
Sometimes they're actually good people. Who've just been in a bad situation.
Nah, Mama said he's just a shithead, so that's what he is. And just, again, curls up with a toy.
There's no nuance here. He's just a bitch. And Mabel's like, yep, true.
Yeah, he is a bit of a dick.
Yeah, she perks up. So you knew Auntie Amelia?
Yeah, Mabel looks at that. Was that directed at him?
That was directed at you.
Yeah, looks.
Yeah?
And you loved her?
No, it's.
Probably not as much as Mama. And just, again, like, curls around the toy.
I mean,
Shrugs.
I mean, the different kind, but I mean, it's not really.
Octavio, with his book in his lap, is just from the other side of the wherever they are in the car. It's just kind of like giving the oh really look at fucking Mabel.
Shadow's gaydar is going off so hard, she just thinks in her head, Mom, is this what it's like when you see two people clearly into each other?
You gotta pray for that, but no. Gentle specifically sticks
No,
our
she's
tongue
just
at you,
saying that
Mabel.
in her head.
Oh, yeah. No, she specifically sticks out her tongue at you, Mabel. Nuh-uh. Mama says her name when she's asleep, so you can't be the same as her. And just sticks out her tongue, again, curling around the toy.
I mean, I'm not gonna compete with her, but like, I mean, I did love her.
Not as much as Mama.
They have the most like I doubt that look on their face, but they're not.
Press X to doubt.
Are you really gonna argue with the child?
No, I'm not gonna argue with her.
You sure?
Oh no, trust me. She goes, of course you can't, because Mama and her almost dated.
Just blinks at
I
that.
really like this
They,
kid.
they don't seem not surprised by that. they're just like, yeah, that makes sense. And they just shrug.
That's fair. I mean, we did actually date, though.
Yeah, but you're the reason they didn't get together.
I guess?
Mama said that she almost went and asked on a date, but then Auntie Amelia came with you, and that they said that you were together, and that's what happened.
Does your mama realize more than one person can be with the same individual?
Well,
love you.
duh, Mama's not stupid, but she didn't want to get in the way.
I'm sorry if it made it sound like was insinuating that. I'm sure your mom was brilliant.
Mama's the smartest person ever. And
That's
she just
true, she
scrolls up
sounds
into
like
the
it.
toy. Look, this kid has a sucky life. The only thing they have is their mother.
What? Okay, Erica! Gesturing to Russell, do you think she's gonna judge a child for thinking that? Her kids were the same!
Oh no, I know that. But no. Eventually she is quiet and you're like, okay, maybe she is like not, breathing right. Maybe, she's doing it. No, finally she goes to sleep. Finally she goes to sleep.
That poor thing.
Am I allowed to talk now as a guy?
Yes.
Thank you for
Okay.
the input.
Of course. I understand.
Am I allowed to talk now? I just...
He didn't.
Am I
They said
free?
no men, so he wanted to be extra fucking careful.
I know, it's just so funny.
We do not deserve Yarrow!
We don't. We don't.
He is too good!
I will say this. I need everyone, just as I make a little note here, I need everyone to roll me a intelligence roll to see how well you do your homework. You have the
Enjoy.
books there with you. I would also like to say, Brio and Garland are there as well. Garland has been munching grass. The trip is about 4 hours of flight. And Yarrow, every half hour, Garland is whining and trying to get more food. But you give him, the grass to settle him a little bit.
I do also have good berry prepared for today, so I will spend a cast, so I have 10 to give him.
Indeed.
Question, dear DM, are we allowed to assist each other with the homework?
No.
Maybe.
Alright, roll your intelligence, everybody, to see how well you do.
Shadow, what
Okay.
the fuck?
Yippee!
Listen, it's been a day.
Yeah.
Shadow!
Hell yeah, baby.
Okay.
Are you good at this?
Ivy, we need your roll.
I'm still
What?
laughing at you. I'm still laughing at the entire party. Just like, Mabel, you need to stop fucking around.
Yeah.
Fucking get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
God,
Aye.
Maple.
Unfortunately, they have an undiagnosed personality disorder. I'm
God.
sorry.
Oh, that's fair. Just to double check, Ivy will need your roll too, but I'll describe some of it. Octavio, this set of the homework is a little bit strange. The essay is a little hard to write. Yarrow, you kind of can't do any bit of your homework. Primarily because Garland keeps eating your paper and you have to wrangle it out of his mouth.
Yara, where's your homework?
That's not food.
My
That's
dog.
not food.
My dog ate it. You don't have a dog.
My bird ate my homework.
My
No,
bird-
it
That
is-
is
it's
actually
my-
way more fucking plausible, by the way.
Yeah, that is.
True.
In this case, it's my turtle ate my homework.
Turtle.
Turtle.
No, so you have to deal with that. Rustling, again, the essay is a bit tricky. Shadow Leap, you actually are pretty good at this kind of stuff. That's fine. Ivy, you are a little distracted because bad mental health check. Mabel, you soar through the homework. By the time you land, it's done.
I got told what I had to do.
Indeed. Now I have to change the music. Because as soon as it shakes, none of you need to roll this. Oh. Sorry. I hit the chord there accidentally.
That's okay.
None of you need to roll. You know what a scared person looks like. They're not hiding it now. As I have mentioned for everybody here who's listening in, I don't have a map of Melin because this was a curveball thrown at me. So what I will say is, for some of you, this is your first time ever seeing snow. But you hear Jocelyn like smacking at the carriage and go, "All right." You all see Gentle like very, very, like starts to shake. And she's only calmed down when her mom picks her up. Sapphire sighs, "Let's get this over with." Do you all exit the carriage?
Yeah.
Yep.
Rustling is
Yeah.
Alright, you all exit the carriage. As you walk, the snow under you, because again, for some of you, this is your first time seeing snow. So that would be rustling. This is your
I've
first
seen
time
snow.
seeing snow.
I've seen snow.
Oh no, you have seen snow.
Octavio.
No, actually, all of you. Wait, no, the only one who hadn't seen snow is Mabel.
Huh.
Where Sovereign's Keep is, it's around the equator, so it's very hot there. They don't really get snow.
Ooh, they're not gonna have a good time with that. Chronic pain wise.
Yeah, so Mabel, this is like, I don't like it, it's cold!
Shadow's just happily, like, when she makes contact with the snow, she just looks down and she does, like, happy little stomps.
Indeed.
I can walk atop snow. That's a trait I have.
You do. Jocelyn, like, it's not deep snow, but it's enough to put a little bit. You see Jocelyn is not looking happy, neither is Bull. She takes the chain. Sorry, ma'am, I'm gonna... I know. I get it. Okay, come on, everybody. Let's get somewhere warm.
Yeah. Let's, please.
Oh, wait. You're... Oh. Alright. Not everyone has fire.
Shadow's just happily like, not happily to the point of obnoxiousness, but she has, like, a little bit of a bounce in her step as she's, like, looking down at the snow.
Wrestling's not even sneaking into, like, the little bit of snow there is. She's just walking atop it.
I will say, Sapphire, as she holds Gentle, you see she has the toy. She looks shocked at it. She looks back at all of you. Who gave her this?
Mabel.
She holds the toy as if it has mites and just throws it at Mabel.
Takes
He
it.
didn't,
He toy noise.
he didn't do anything to it.
He sees her with it. We're in trouble. Just don't give it to her.
Blinks. Ah, okay. No, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
As Jocelyn gets closer, she looks at all of you. You keep together. You do not let anyone pickpocket you. You do not step anywhere close. We're gonna avoid the mayor office, and we're gonna head for the outer edge of town, because I assume that's where they are. Sapphire nods. Very edge. Close to here, actually. Good. And she keeps walking. When you all get to Melin's border, again, you see there's like a dead body on the ground. You see like people beating each other up for like money. You see a guard is specifically taking a nap. It looks like the only thing they're going to get called upon is that one of the people blow a whistle, the one who sees like another guy, there's blood, it's looking bad. That's when the guard wakes up. It looks like they'll let you beat up, steal, pickpocket, sell drugs, but murder is where they cross the line.
I don't
I
like
can
this
excuse
place.
racism, but I can't defend murder.
You can excuse racism?
So no, none of you have seen this town before. None of you have been in this town before. None of you have done anything in this town. But eventually, Sapphire, after Jocelyn leads her along, you all get this very large area. It's a room like brothel place, so very big, many rooms in it. And it's specifically called Topaz's Tantalizing Delights. Sapphire stands up straighter. You see there's a lot of girls out at the front, again, showing themselves off. Some are Conoloths, some Minotaur, some Elf. And stepping out, the girls all straighten up when you all see a very large Russian blue, very emphasis on the bluer part, Tabaxi, who comes walking out, smiles to all of you. I got word that my pretty little Sapphire was coming back. Open your mouth. She kind of sighs. He checks her. No extra coin. Good. Get in. Sapphire puts her ears back. She starts to walk. He unchains her. You got a double shift when you get back. Great, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Topaz. That's better.
Yara's gonna elbow Mabel.
Yeah, Mabel twitches their tail. They're gonna go over.
Sorry, sir. I am down for business for a bit. Gotta wait a few hours. Actually, rather in training. Oh, you have no business at mine. Have a good day, sir.
They take a breath. They kind of like look very anxious for a second, and then their face just kind of settles, like they're trying to go into a headspace.
Yeah, he turns back. What, you want to work for me? I don't take on boys often, but if you want, I can make you a star. He's fine. Then why are you wasting my time?
He points at Sapphire, wanted to buy her.
Yeah, Sapphire stops and turns around. He blinks. And then he just goes full-blown laughing. No, okay. I'm sorry. Ha.
What's funny?
What are you asking?
I think you heard me the first time.
Oh, little guy's got some attitude. Jocelyn glares at him. He looks, listen here, half-dragon. Who says I want to sell her?
I'm not asking. I want to know how much.
And I'm telling you, she's not for sale.
What if we give you something that's practically priceless?
Oh, sure. One of you wants to come over? Jocelyn glares at him. I'm just making a comment, Ryder. Trade for a trade. I'll do that. Girl for a girl.
I'm not doing that.
Then you have nothing I want. Besides, she's got my daughter. Why would I want to let her go?
Like you care about that.
He glares. Well, with that attitude, now I really don't want to sell to you. Ha! He suddenly stops and walks around you as he starts beelining for rustling.
Yeah, stands between them.
Step out of my way.
Yeah, no.
Karloff, come over here right now.
Yeah, she doesn't fucking answer to you.
Oh, she will. Mr. Gold's property, step over here.
Yeah, that has her tent thing. She's going.
Yeah, Joss looks over. What are you talking about? I recognize a mark when I am. Get over here.
She's going.
Yeah, do you... Yeah, you go over. What you all see is he grabs Rustling by the ear. And he specifically pulls the ear down so it's in the light. And that's when he takes what it appears to be, specifically aiming for the light to reflect, and that's when you all see a shimmer of magic on the back of her ear. He lets you go, Rustling. Yep, just what I thought. Now, what's a little golden girl doing out this far? You're far away from your boss.
Does it really matter?
Matters that Mr. Gold's probably missing you. Half Dragon, this one yours?
It's not mine.
Oh, good. Then you don't care if I buy her or not.
No.
Tell you what, I'll trade her for her. Yeah, Jocelyn comes over. Okay, yeah, no, that's my student. Student? He kind of smiles down to you, Rustling. Well, then you really are far away from his home. Be a shame if a letter got back to the old guy now, wouldn't it?
Her eyes prick. What do you want?
You've given me all I need. Half Dragon. Price for both of them is 20,000 gold, if you can come up with that.
He pulls out the fucking tear.
Yeah, he smirks, he swipes it. Thank you. Incentive is...
Before he takes it, they're holding it and just go, and you're not going to fucking tell, points at Rustling, her owner.
Oh, no. You don't make the claim here. Here's how this is gonna work. I let you have them. You give me that tier. I give you an hour before I go back inside and I start writing to my connections.
Can I roll an intelligence to think of something to get him to not do that?
I will say this is the trade.
Is there any way I could do something to get him to not do that?
Probably not. I will say this was going to happen.
I have a thought, but I'm not going to say it in front of him.
Rustling breathes. They get out. Get
Wow,
out their debt.
I think, as your little half-dragon friend said, I don't really care for the screaming little brat, so yeah, they get out. He sticks his hand out. We have a deal, Golden Girl.
Just take the gun. We have a deal. An hour.
Pleasure doing business. And say if you ever want to work in my group.
He growling.
Mr. Gold was a fool to let you out of his grasp. But he will reward me for finding you. Sapphire, get over here. Yeah, Sapphire again looking very shocked. He glares, Saph! And she runs over. He unties it. He pulls out from a bag of holding a collar. This one looking leather and not a choker. He takes the gem off. He puts it on. I'm very sorry to see you go, my dear, but know that if you ever... I'm fine. Alright. It was a pleasure owning you. He gives her a kiss. She's shaking the whole time. He leaves. He looks to the other girls. Dad, say you all stand, get back to work. And they go running off. Jocelyn comes up with a coat, puts it around her. Easy now. Everyone, move out. We have an hour.
Yeah, Rosalind's already going. She is quiet the entire time.
Did I get given like a fucking like contract?
Yeah, Mabel, you start to realize he didn't give you her contract as he keeps walking in.
Yes, follows him. Fucking give it to me.
He stops and give you what?
I'm not stupid. Give me her contract.
Worked with slaves before. Very well.
I'm a fucking star keeper. What do you think?
That name don't mean much to me.
Just holds out their hand like, you fucking give it.
He hands it to you as he smirks. And if you ever want to sail her back, she was quite fun at night.
You are only alive because Jocelyn's here. Bye-bye.
Just turns around.
You do. You hear him chuckle. I'll see you later, honey. Sapphire Mabel, you see, I need to roll her wisdom. Yeah, that makes sense, honey. You all see Sapphire actually falls to her knees, still holding her kid, shaking. Mabel, do you want to go over?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick her up.
You do. Mabel. Seems like she is shocked enough that she is letting you as you lead her off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick her up. Just scoop.
I have an idea to stop the letter. We need to get somewhere that we can perform a ritual.
Yeah, Jocelyn looks to you. Yarrow.
Yes.
Not this time. Come on now.
Mhm.
Look, I don't like it either, but sometimes you have to make very not fun decisions with this, okay?
It won't be able to be traced back to us, I promise.
Yeah, and you think he won't send another, and another, and another? Yeah, she walks up. She goes to you, Rustling. Rustling?
Let's just wait till we're back in the... Let's just wait till we're back in the carriage.
Yeah, she looks. He can't get onto the island, okay? You could send somebody, but we'll be protecting you, okay?
I'm not worried about me.
Well, I am. You're my
I'm more-
student. You worry about your kids all the time. Let somebody worry about you. Okay?
Yeah, still holding Sapphire. Mabel just goes,
I mean this gently. With everything you said to me earlier, let me be worried about you.
Octavio,
That is really
Octavio
reverse.
fucking squints.
Shadow hears that.
Octavio has that fucking the face with the dog where it's like not too fond of gay people.
Shadow is looking between the three of them and just says lowly, "It's the blind leading the blind."
Yeah, Rosalind's just... Ear twitches. I owe Mr. Song a lot.
That's fair.
I owe him everything.
Knowing him, I don't think he's gonna make you pay him back. Life's not all transactionary.
Not a lot of people think of it that way. She's just like glancing over at the kid. I don't want to talk about it in front of a kid.
Fair enough.
Yeah, on that note of the kid, just as you guys get to the carriage, suddenly Sapphire seems to snap out of it, and I have to change the music because this is going to be a sappy little thing.
Oh boy.
Mabel, she suddenly like scrambles out of your arm, shoves you. Okay, stop!
Okay.
What in the nine hells was that?
What do you mean?
You just gave him a tear.
Yeah.
You just... I almost strangled you!
Nods.
I'm not. No. Octavio, don't
What
do
in
it.
the
Don't say
nine
it.
hells?
Don't.
Why in the nine hells would you want to help me?
I mean, I know clearly my behavior during the trial didn't reflect it, but I would, like, die for any of you. You realize that, right?
She does look surprised.
Not just Amelia.
Why did you effing... Okay, that's a nat 1! Jesus!
Yeah, at that, Mabel, it's help with the nat one. Mabel pauses and goes, 1 sec. And fucking, they realize they're still holding the contract. They're gonna light that fucking thing on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, see... Mabel, I know you're not forward.
They are not!
So,
Not in a typical way.
she looks at that. Gentle looks and goes, Mama, what's the shithead not? That. And she puts her down.
Also, I apologize for that response, hon.
I just love it. Gay wrestling internalizing the horrors, but she doesn't want to share the horrors in front of a child who's already been through the horrors.
Indeed.
Thank you for confirming that, hon.
She walks up to you. Again, she is going to need time because she went through all that stuff, but definitely something sparking there, if we will. So she walks up.
Okay, sparking.
This is for the trial. Mabel, she knees you in the crotch.
Yep, fair.
This is for not finding the rest of us and making us feel terrible. She punches you twice in the face.
They are accepting this. This is fine.
Don't worry, I can take it.
And this, and she hugs you, Mabel, as she's crying, is for everything else, okay?
Just nods like, oh, okay. Oh, wait, I didn't think any of them would forgive me.
Oh, even better. Kind of forgive you, okay, you big lug.
Yeah, this is like the first time Mabel's had panic attacks in front of the party before. They just kind of twitch their tail a little and then they just start crying.
Yeah, 2 crying people. And that's where we're gonna go on break
Yippee!
before we go back to Cavister for some fun, because there's something waiting for Yarrow there.
Oh no.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm sorry, I just saw fucking Astrid UC in this shit.
It's like, yes, I just had to sell my soul to get another soul free, but oh well.
Shadow, just to confirm with you, none of this is straight, right?
No, it's not.
Look, all I'm going to say is, like, I'm still going to roll something just to see how she is with all of that. I'm not going to have her do anything because she went from, like, sex work to normal work. She has to, like, take some time to breathe. Well, there might be something there. Give it time. Give it lots of time. But, yeah, just two sobbing, trauma-induced people.
Mabel's autistic Riz strikes again.
I am telling you, Shadow is slowly putting her hands together in a prayer motion as she's saying in her head, Astrid, you seeing this shit?
So I love the idea of praying. I love the idea of praying to God just to be like, what the fuck?
What I will say is you do actually hear in your head, which you will, yeah? Don't you just love some sappy romance stories?
Huh?
And again, we're gonna go on break. I will see you back at 5:21. See y'all soon!
Yippee! Now for the ad break.
Meanwhile, in the Malachi Temple. And that is what happened. Is there any grounds for a mistrial of this travesty of law?
Perhaps. And I promise, as your lawyer, we will explore every possible avenue. Now, to make sure I have the information correct, you said your wife, Cecilia, was already in a relationship with your victim?
What the? You're my lawyer. Don't call him that. He gets inside you and he worms into your mind.
Answer the question, Cocker.
All right, fine. Yes, they were already together in a marital affair, I would like to point out.
So, Cecilia has a habit of going after other males?
What? I mean, like, that's how we met, and she did it to me, but that doesn't mean that, I don't want to say anything about my wife, but... Oh, shit.
I think we can use that. Give me some time to come up with a defense.
Oh, thank Malachi! I know at least there is one birthday that's not fucking crazy.
The Trothar Chronicles will be back after these messages.
Attention students! Our meteorologists have discovered that clouds are rapidly starting to move toward the school grounds in an unnatural fashion. While they have not discovered the direct cause of this yet, the speed and intensity has them warning that this may be divine in nature. Please keep watch over the skies and keep your ear out for any word from faculty and staff, as a code blue may be called at any moment. Please work with your classmates and guards to know your escape routes and to stay together in groups in case of severe storming and flooding occur. Dragon Riders will also be around to assist as needed. Remember, through dragons we protect.
Now, to those of you who have heard a higher calling, know that there is a place for you. The Celestials are always looking for new worshippers and servants, and a pilgrimage to the Holy Archipelago might just be what you need. Each of the Divine have their own temples and islands filled only with their people in their domain, and it is a perfect place to learn how to better respect and praise them. Anyone wishing to become a full official member of a clergy or gain a high follower status must follow a pilgrimage there for at least 5 years. Now, any older students years 4 and up can apply to serve there, pending application approval from High Prophet Adelaide Starkeeper. If you wish to make the holy journey, please see Maria Lior for forms and recommendations. And may the Celestials bless and keep you.
Having trouble getting time to yourself? Is the outside world too loud or intrusive? Or are you struggling with your mental health? Then consider taking a trip down to Ocean's Point, Engador Island's premier psychiatric getaway. We assure you peace and quiet among the shores and facilities in our town, as well as a number of qualified nurses working under our esteemed Mother Magnolia. If simple relaxation is not enough for you or a loved one, also consider a commitment to the world-famous Ocean Point Asylum, where our strongest and most researched techniques can help even the most troubled of souls. Visit today and leave all your worries with us.
Back in the Malachi Temple!
Everything is going according to plan. Soon, I will have all Cocker's knowledge on Cecilia. Then I will swoon her at her new wedding, and then we will be wed on the spot, and she'll come back to my nest with me. This plan is so perfect. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Hello? Mr. Scratchy Scratchy? You've been ominously standing in the hallway for like 10 minutes? Are you going to the bathroom or not? We kind of have a limited time here.
False alarm. Now, Cocker, tell me more about you and Cecilia.
Tune in for next week for more Tales of the Hawks.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a bit emotional. That was a bit fun.
Mabel, how
I
we
hope you
doing?
enjoyed it. Mabel's crying his eyes
Mabel,
out.
how we doing over there?
How y'all doing?
Look, give him a month or two, and then he'll cry his eyes out, realizing somebody forgive him. It'll take him 3 months to realize it.
They'll be dating by that point.
Probably. But let's get to it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So Mabel, you and her cry for like a minute or two before Jocelyn goes, I'm sorry, I don't want to ruin it stuff. In the cart, now! Like, she's just, like, shoving all of you in.
Keep going.
Yep.
Yeah. Sapphire and you are still crying. You cry for quite a while. Gentle, like, after 10 minutes and, like, bull flying, To give you guys an idea, it took 3 hours to fly there and 3 hours back. You all woke up probably around 9 is when you all would have, like, done this whole stuff, woken up, left. So, you got there for lunch, and then you leave. Octavio, because you know stuff about Fairy, probably being in Melin in the cold all the time might have explained why she also lost some of her fire a bit. So being in a warmer climate will probably help. But she just pets Gentle's head and smiles to her. And Gentle looks over. I'm not allowed to call him Shithead because he's... Kind of looks you up and down. His name's Mabel, okay? Shithead Mabel. No. Mabel Shithead? No. Almost got there, baby girl.
Mabel would be like, well, that's not. Mabel would be like, well, that's not incorrect, but.
Yeah, Mabel's not arguing. It's like, okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
Like,
She goes, Mabel, and she goes, yeah. Thanks for a second. What's the full name you're putting in your head? Mabel Shithead Starkeeper? No, honey.
Honestly, it's a little less. Honestly, it's a little less pretentious than my actual middle name.
Yeah, she blinks. I thought you hated him, though. Oh, I'm still angry in a way at him. And she looks. But, kinda can't be angry at everything you just did, huh?
Yeah, just wagging their tail.
And I guess it's... well... I guess it's not bad to have a friend.
At least you know how to direct the anger actually toward.
Yeah, when I see Jamie, I'm going to give him a vasectomy.
Their tail twitches, but they nod.
Wait, have you told them everything that guy did to you?
I did fake overview.
Oh, he's doing this shit again. Got it. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, welcome to Mabel Starkeeper. She, like, bounces Gentle a little bit. He doesn't tell anybody anything until he goes and has a mental breakdown.
Trust me, we figured that out.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
no,
aware.
I don't think you understand. You know his middle name's Fluffy?
My middle name's Miracle.
Right. Right, that was Acorn's middle name.
nods.
Finally got you to admit it, though. You kind of gotta push him. So, did you tell him about the fact that when you and Jamie were together, he took you out to a cabin during breeding season to make you have sex with him?
They grumble a little bit and go, didn't succeed in there.
Meaning you didn't. Right, got it. Oh, did you tell him about the weird stuff you used to do? Like, do you still polish skulls?
We're well aware of this.
He collects them,
Go ahead.
actually.
We are well aware of the bone collecting habit Lorelei has been actively feeding it.
Oh. So you weren't doing that just to flirt with Amelia?
No, that was a genuine interest.
Huh. Neat. She just pats Gentle's head. We still have to find the others, you know?
Nods.
I think when we find Martin, I'll fully be able to forgive you.
That's fair.
But that's more my pettiness. So, Mabel, she goes from leaning away from you before to she actually leans against you. I suppose I still forgive you.
Yeah, happy about this.
I'm still gonna hold it against you, though, till we find Martin.
It's fair.
Look, he's just my best friend, alright? Be nice to see him again.
Stares at her a little bit, but nods.
Oh, don't give me that. You didn't know Amelia had a crush on you for months.
Weren't you and Martin, like, dating?
Tried to. I was trying to go on a date with him when the whole thing went boom.
I didn't do it. It's nods.
Okay. Now I know you didn't do it. At least not fully. Doesn't mean I didn't think it at the time.
It's nods.
So, did anyone know that Mabel over here had this little thing that he wanted to be one of us so bad he ran so hard into a forest one time and almost got stuck?
Got stuck in
Mhm.
what?
Simple. He kind of like kicks the brace a little bit. That got stuck in a gopher hole.
Huh.
Alright.
You all had to deal with his lovely parents yet?
Not yet.
They have not met my parents now.
Oh, they're nice. Trust me, it's the whole new age is not as good as ancient era kind of BS.
I
Fun.
know. My children's mother is a Pecora.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
know.
whoa, 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 whoa. Children?
Multiple.
Not.
It's been 8 years. How many do you have?
A lot.
Say it right.
Zagreus and I have a problem.
I'm sorry, what?
They rub their
Fucking-
face.
He's dating
He's fucking
Zagreus.
the god of death.
Not the god of death, he's the god of passage.
Oh, you weren't just like interested in necromancy. You did extracurricular. Okay, that kind of makes sense, considering.
They're just rubbing their face.
Anyway, long story short, is she like kisses Gentle on the head. You want to know about anything with Mabel, you ask me. Big Lug's kind of easy to read.
They're having to turn away from that like I don't like it.
Did he tell you about his old crush, Jenny?
Nope.
I did not have a crush on Jenny.
You so had a crush on Jenny.
Jenny was my friend.
Right. She mouths like, no. Yeah, she looks over to you, Shadow. You've been quiet. Something up?
Just focus on schoolwork.
I'm doing my algebra homework.
That's code for you're upset with something. What's up?
Not upset. She's just working.
Yeah, I don't buy that. Don't like prostitutes?
No, actually, I don't have a problem with it entirely.
So, why are you trying to focus on homework?
Well, for starters, we promised Jocelyn we would.
Yeah, she looks down at it. It's math homework, Shadow, so you're trying to have trouble with it. It's basically multiplication division, she looks. 6, 62, 25, 18, 35, and square root 4. And she just keeps bouncing Gentle up.
Thank you. Yeah, she just goes to write down.
Let it be known, Lil Mabel thinks he's smart. I actually got better grades than him in school half the time. He mostly got lucky.
Yeah, that's not alright for Mabel.
They help a little bit in guidance.
Yeah, you were dog dung when it came to anything social. You literally were just good with math.
I wasn't expected to be good with anything social. I was expected to marry Jamie and then go do whatever.
Okay, the fact that you don't get him at social studies is what I'm getting at.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, she looks over at you, Shadow. You need any help with studying? I helped Amelia enough.
No, thank you.
Don't want any help?
Yeah, you can say that.
Did I, step on your tail, or what's wrong?
No, it's not. It's nothing. It's just
What?
She looks to Mabel, and she looks back down at her book. I'd not like to talk about it, if that's alright.
Did something happen? Did I do
I-
something?
I need to stress enough purely for Shadow that Mabel this whole time has just been watching Shadow like, huh, what's going on? And then that has the moment of like, oh yeah!
Ah,
Like it took
Oh
them,
yeah.
it took them that long.
I, as the DM, don't even know what's getting referenced at this point.
Execution.
She killed her.
Oh. Right.
ah.
Yeah.
Mabel looks at that, just nudges Sapphire, like, get off the topic.
I don't get it. What's the problem?
Yeah, Shadow's fur starting to bristle. Please drop the topic.
Seriously, do you have a problem with my
She's
tying?
no,
Like,
no, she's fine. No, she's fine. She's
I
just,
don't get it. What's the
she
problem?
she hasn't had a good day. Just leave her alone.
Okay, 1 second. She grabs you by the muzzle. Mabel, you owe me. What's wrong?
I don't want to tell you.
Oh,
Trying to-
sure, you get to say
trying to
that
stick
after
up to my
years
homie,
of
alright?
having me in Ocean's Point when you could have bought me out.
Yeah, Shadow's
I really could not have. But...
Shadow's ears pinned back. Ma'am, you really don't want to know.
What?
Look, it's trauma related. If someone
Okay,
says
I
drop
get-
it, please drop it.
I get it's trauma related, but she's looking at me like I'm some kicked puppy. What, do you pity me? I don't really like that.
Cousin, just leave it alone.
Fine.
I could tell you.
Yeah, pricks
She
up.
whips your head over.
Okay. What is it?
How's everybody looking at Ivy right now?
She is glaring at you right now, Ivy.
Yeah, I don't care about Shadow.
I don't care about Shadow.
I don't care about Shadow.
Yarrow just generally looks uncomfortable with this entire situation.
What's going on? Seriously.
Did you ever get a good look at the Black
Shadow's
Hound?
alias?
Yeah, she already said it. Did you ever get a good look at the Black Hound?
Oh, him.
Yeah, her ears flinch.
Why would I
like she
care?
visibly flinches. She visibly
Why
flinches
would I
when...
care?
I was just pointing at Shadow.
Yeah, she flinches when the Black Hound is addressed as a him.
Hey, honey. Yeah, she blinks. Oh. Okay. And she just keeps playing with Gentle. Look, did you
Get
wanna
it over with.
did you wanna kill us?
I have
Yeah,
no choice. I
Gentle
have
blinks
to
up.
find-
Wait, she hurt you? No. Okay. She picks her up, hands her over to Mabel. Hold her.
They hold her like, okay.
It's okay.
She looks to you. Okay, maybe Mabel's not the only one that needs to talk with their emotions. Okay. So you were... Looks you up and down. Her. I take
Yes.
it. Okay, I forgive you.
She looks frozen by that. Like her eye is a bit small, but she's looking confused. Just like that.
What, you want me to say I want to kick you in the vagina? I mean, yeah, I
Really?
obviously don't like that. And I'm not happy about what happened. And I definitely want to give you a smack or two. But you're not the one that ordered the execution, are you?
No, I was just doing my job.
Okay. And if you could go back, would you do that again?
No.
Okay. Look, I'm mad at him, points at Mabel, because I actually thought he did that. You, points at you, just pull the noose. Okay? I get,
No.
I don't know, like a swipe or two. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
Look, the person who I want to beat up is the sovereign. That's who I
Okay.
want to get.
I'm sorry, the way she worded that reminded me of a really fucking dumb Genshin clip. Anyway.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
There's a clip of fucking Scaramouche's voice actor jokingly at a convention being like, "Sorry, Kazuha, that your family line has been destroyed. Here's 5 big booms."
Oh my god.
I just think of that constantly.
Yeah, no, just god dang. No, just she looks to you. Look. She kind of looks at Ivy. No offense to you. If anything, I'm more not easy with her than you.
Hmm. That's fair with what you've gone through.
Look, again, I'm not happy with what you did. But the best thing I can do for myself and my daughter is to just say, I forgive you. Might falter every now and then, but that doesn't mean I don't think that. Again, you didn't order it. You pulled. It's a little hard to say no to the big idiot, if we will.
Especially when I have an adopted child with him, yeah.
Oh, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Look,
The look on Maple's face. Anyway.
oh no, I already know you have stuff with him. The point is, I don't blame you. I blame him. Points to Maple. I also blame him. Gonna
Fair,
take
like I
me.
said, he is a bit of a shithead.
No,
Declared Shadow.
no, he's not. He's autistic. All right, he's.
Everyone keeps
Yeah.
saying that.
You
Yeah,
are
he's
Because
so
it's true.
autistic.
He is very autistic.
Look, just because your parents wouldn't give you an actual diagnosis doesn't mean you're not.
They
So,
grumble.
look, we'll put it to you this way. If you want me to be mad at you, keep looking at me like that you're pitying me. You don't want that, and you want to try and move forward, can I try to work with you?
Right.
So I don't have to keep calling you Executioner. What's your name?
Shadowly.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. 6-hour hand. Nice to meet you.
She casually, like, cautiously takes her hand, like, into a shake.
Yeah. She shakes for a bit, then twists your arm around and gives you a pin. Yeah, this is a little payback.
Yep, no, completely fair.
Here you go. She lets you go. She looks over at you, Yarrow. Looks you up and down. Huh.
What?
I don't know what's
So
happening
you
in the
top
facial realm.
Mabel, or does Mabel top you?
But we are not
Excuse me?
together.
Look, he's got a thing for fluffy people. And considering I'm not seeing him go goo-goo eyes the same way he's doing for the Arcanoloth as he is to you.
They hiss at her like, no, don't say that.
Oh, come on. This is as bad as Amelia. You've got feelings for her.
Yeah, drags her a little bit away and just very quietly just
Well,
goes.
you're in
"Oh,
the goddamn carriage, so it's
Yeah,
like...
not like to a different room, but like 2 feet away and be like, stop it.
Rustling is in her own little world right now. She is not hearing any of this.
No, that's fair. Don't worry. She'll be talking to you in a second.
Like, I don't think it's good for her mental health to hear that.
Oh, why?
I just think she needs friends right now.
Mabel, you do realize I'm not a mind reader, and I would like to understand what's going on?
From her behavior, it just seems like she worries that other people are only trying to be her friend to sleep with her, and I don't want her to think that.
Yeah, I get that feeling too. She moves over. She goes to look at you, Yarrow. We'll talk about you in a second, skinny boy.
What's this?
Why?
Because if I can guess anything, you might be next up on the Mabel possibly kissing list. Okay.
The fuck?
Oh, you
guess
go
it's very
goo-goo-eyed over Amelia, and then... Oh god, you went Celestials, you went goo-goo-eyed for the sheep and the shepherd's dog at the same time. Heh.
We haven't met Clover yet.
You talked about it enough to Amelia.
It just growls.
Yeah, she actually walks a little bit, like she scooches over to look at you, Rustling. Hey.
Yeah, your twitches. Huh?
So, you were with Mr. Gold?
Yeah.
From what I heard from old Topaz?
Yeah, Rustling's realizing, like, hurt your twitches. I'm fucking gonna practice what I can reach.
Hey, hey. She snaps her fingers in front of you. Hey, hey, hey. What can you see? Come on, tell me what you see. Come on.
You?
That's great. What else can you see?
Mabel.
Good.
The scarf Mabel has.
Good. Keep telling me. 2 more things. Come on.
Has antlers. Shadow fiddling with her quill, which isn't going to help with the ink. Shadow.
Yeah, she hears that and just flicks her ear as she quickly dips her quill back in the ink.
I will say this. Rustling, could you roll me an advantage? Actually, a flat. Could you roll me a flat wisdom? Specifically, a wisdom save. Yeah,
Yes.
so you're still...
+1.
Yeah, you're still panicked. She looks at that. Oh. She sticks her tail out. Grab this.
She does. Like, but pauses. You comfortable with that?
What'd you say?
Are you you sure you're comfortable with that?
I've been in the game a long time. Just take the tail, okay?
She does.
There you go. You know, he always was blind as a bat half the time. I don't know if you remember. When he couldn't read, he had to put on these stupid glasses.
You mean the one that he still had to squint with?
Yeah, he basically has to move it away. Did you ever see him eat, by the way? The fact he practically chewed like a cow?
I always thought I had to stop my kids from making that same... fuck, what was the word? Comparison.
Nods. Roll me a wisdom save again.
There we go, baby girl.
Yeah! After a little bit of those times, you calm down, Rustling. Feeling better?
Yeah, thanks.
Look, Annie does air quotes, friend of Mabel's is a friend of mine.
Glares at her again.
He did mention it sometimes. Just kind of nods over to... Wait, they mentioned it sometimes.
Oh, you finally figured that out. Good for you.
What the hell?
You were like painfully not a girl.
Just sigh.
They kind of... Just blinks. Mabel, you said like you feel more connected to most of the terms, or just they?
I'm slowly coming to the realization that I don't think any pronouns are inaccurate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You were like painfully not a girl. Just a girl.
He's good.
Anyway,
Oh, sorry.
so you are taking care of the big lug over here, huh?
And they take care of us.
You don't need to coddle it. I know he needs a lot of care.
We've kind of found out we all do, so.
Yeah, just shrugs. We all fit in with each other.
Fair
But,
enough.
She blinks to answer your question earlier. Yeah. Hadn't gotten around to really telling folks.
I see.
I mean, considering how we all got together, so.
Oh, what did you do? Let me guess. Did Mabel raise the dead again?
No.
And...
Surprisingly
Did
not.
he dig up a child's grave
No.
again?
No.
Again.
Oh yeah, we did like 5 times.
I feel like we're to let the kids have another shot at life.
No.
No, it was.
We just found a grave that people weren't spending a lot of time near to study dead things.
We weren't performing revivals. We were creating undead.
We tried to do it twice, and then one of them almost attacked Mabel.
True.
What, did you tell them the fact you could understand it? I mean, look at this guy. He apparently claims he could understand the undead.
I mean, it makes sense given his lineage.
What are you talking about? He has 2 stuffy parents.
No, he's
his
we're all-
celestial.
We're all demigods.
Yeah, we all found out we were demigods like our first day at the academy, so.
She turns to look at you, Mabel. Looks you up and down. Oh yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, you look like nothing like Callistus.
They sigh. Yeah, I know.
Wow, you just look like nothing like him.
Yeah, I
When think about
know.
it. Yeah, you look just like your mom.
Nuts.
Wow. Oh, do you tell the fact that his mom had like 23 stillbirths?
He did not.
I
answer
did,
that,
but
though.
I feel like this is starting to become extremely like personal.
Yeah, she pets Gentle's head. Oh, I'm telling you because he never tells you. Ever.
He's opened up about some things.
Not the things he should tell you. Look,
He told-
Mabel telling you anything that's honest is like the rain falling upwards.
Blink.
Maybe it'll happen, but it's rare.
He told us about you and the friends.
Yeah, that's what he wants you to hear. Trust me, one time he didn't tell Amelia he was sick and ended up having to go on getting an air, like CPR, just to make sure he could breathe as they were trying to fix him up. He doesn't tell anybody anything, even if it's people. He doesn't tell people anything because he gets worried. And he doesn't like making people upset because, as he told us, last chance for his family and all that, which I still think, as she turns to you, is stupid.
it doesn't matter anymore. They had more kids.
Oh! Stuck up Callistus and your mom actually had kids?
Yeah, they twitching their tail a little uncomfortably. They got their marriage better.
Oh, you're clearly depressed about that. Got it. And she starts like petting
The-
Gentle.
The event that sparked it was traumatic. I don't want to talk about it.
You don't need to tell me about it, but I'm just letting you know you're still their kid. You're not getting replaced.
I understand this.
Oh, but do you believe it?
Shrugs.
Anyway. She points. That's what I mean. He'll tell you what he wants to tell you. As for what he really feels, won't know unless you push.
You need to beat the shit out of him.
Trust me, he didn't tell us half the time about what happened to him and Jamie until Amelia literally was pinning him down and finished up with him, if we will. Wait, did you tell them about the beating up thing you have?
Glaring. Why would I tell my
Oh,
friends about that?
Oh, there's
we're
one
friends
friend
now.
I think you'd want to tell.
It flips off Shadow Leap.
Oh, we're friends now. Flips her
Aw.
off. Ah, there we are.
Good for you. Anyway, she kind of stretches. She, like, pets Gentle until Gentle's asleep. In all seriousness, thank you, Mabel.
Yeah, nods, wags their tail.
We're gonna find them, okay?
Nods.
Good. I'm so gonna beat you in the scores at school.
Fair enough.
I don't know if anyone told you yet, but your kiddo's gonna have a lot of friends.
Hmm. Yeah, she pets. I wasn't a good mom. So, at the very least, I'm happy that she's gonna have a better chance.
You can't. She's real, like, she just sees that. From the looks of it, you took care of her the best you could.
Maybe. But your writer friend was right about one thing. I could have sent her away. Thought about it. Get her really sleepy. Put her in a carriage. Only reason I didn't is because one of the girls that came in.
Octavio,
She told me about this weird orphanage she dropped her kid off in.
who is this person?
Some tabaxi. Another one came up who was some... I think it was like an elf?
And the Tabaxi one Mabel relaxes like, I don't know that one. And the elf, it's like, oh god damn it, I know that one.
It blinks an elf.
Yeah. Both of them came in. One of them, she, like, came in for a session or two before she basically just left and Topaz doesn't know where she went. The other one tried, didn't work, explained about her kid, talked to us for a bit. Topaz said no. Last I heard, she went on some drug bender. Got picked up by some cleric. No idea if she's dead or alive at this rate.
Octavio just doesn't say anything, just sharply breathes in and out. It's like, okay, good to know about that.
Look, I don't know what happened. What I do know is specifically that her kid, both of them said that their kids were dropped off. And then a week later, when they tried to pick them up again, apparently the kids got adopted. Which is weird, but she shrugs. And just pats Gentle's head as she yawns. No way I'm gonna let her get into that. I'll admit, Mabel, I was almost ready to give her over to you all, but you surprised me yet again.
Just nods.
Yeah, after a bit, she passes out. It's still probably about 2.5 hours there.
Yeah.
Would you all like to do your homework?
Yep. Are we allowed to talk while doing homework?
You may, of course.
Did I notice Mabel perk up at the hearing of the elf?
Mabel?
Oh yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, Octavia's gonna go over. It's like, so how did you know them? As I'm frantically looking for my
Sylvie?
So how did you know Sylvie?
They have like such a moment of like, how do I word this with everything we've been talking about today? As they like look at their hands a little bit and go,
How much are you gonna let I don't want to talk about it fly?
I mean, considering they've... Me and her also have a bit of a history. I just wanted to know how involved you were with that.
I did something illegal for her benefit.
Okay. Okay.
Does not clarify.
He doesn't. He's kind of like, okay, good to know, cause she constantly broke into my house back in Canrig, and I let her stay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that sounds okay.
yeah, offered me a lot. Let's just say that much. Not gonna go into
Raises an eyebrow at him, but then not.
that's not gonna dig into that one. So just
Like, did you fuck her or like?
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember if that did happen or
You
not.
did not.
No, it did. Yeah,
Like, you definitely try, but you said no because stuff.
yeah. He's like, I was going through. I was at a low point when all that was going on, so
Nods.
I just wanted to see if I don't know. It's just I still was kind of worried for her and for Penny. So
Yeah, I got her and Penny away from her last pimp, Penny's father.
good.
That was basically the extent of my connection with her.
Last I remember. Last I
She
remember.
did not have a kid with her.
Oh.
She didn't have a kid. She just said, she was going to, but you didn't see the kid with her.
She was gonna bring the kid, but she wasn't with her at the time.
Just dies.
Just remember, God, it's been so long. Chamomile, that's her name. She was around Chamomile's place back on Canrig.
Nods.
And
Do I know that name?
No idea.
Yeah. Just nods.
of course, by now she probably could be anywhere on the island or else even off it. I'm just worried about them. So I wanted to see if you knew anything else. It's been like what, a year since that happened? Trying to remember timeline stuff in my head.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
It's been about a year.
Yeah.
Is that after what I did?
Very much after.
Okay, yeah. Just nods. No, I knew her before that.
Okay. So we're both in the dark of where she could be then? That's right.
Just nods.
No. Thank you for helping her out as much as you could.
They stare for such a long second, but then just nod and go, mm-hmm.
Oh, because you know, it's gonna be difficult to know if we're ever gonna see her again, especially with how things are around the world.
Yeah.
So even just coming from someone who just passively knew her and hoped for the best that she would be on the up and up. At least know someone else was out there trying to help her out is good to know.
Nods. I don't think she was particularly happy about me getting rid of Penny's father, but shrugs.
Like we're talking full on like gone or
They clear their throat a little bit and just go, yeah.
I'm gonna make such a joke. That's why I said, for a little bit, Mabel, you were a pimp. You inherited the pimp throne.
It's that joke that I made where it's like it's the Santa Claus. If you kill the pimp, you become the pimp. Anyway.
I hate that.
Oh
I mean,
god.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, don't worry. Mabel only had that for 5 seconds, and then he like let that
Very
go
pimp,
very
Mr.
quick.
Wall.
Well, like
Very
good pimping.
Hey, babe, it's
It's
for
a
all.
good pimp.
Oh God.
Oh
Oh,
god.
my.
No, they,
Oh,
they
no,
shake
babe.
they shake their head. No, he's gone. He is very gone.
Good. As from what she told me, he sounded like a dick. So.
He tried to have sex with me.
The fuck?
Sirens keep people are weird about me. Anyway.
I think that's just a general statement for sovereign key people in general.
True.
I think that's anyone who really is just around the sovereign or looks up to him. Case in point, Domino. Anyways.
Nods.
That's a much longer story that I've both gone into, and it's just a lot.
Nods. Also, y'all continue. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Does anyone else want to interact or say anything before we move on to the next part?
No.
I'm good.
You're just sitting here. Do you really think Preston wants to talk about it?
Fair enough. All right. So, in this case, what I am going to say and what I am going to make very clear, in this case, is that all of you finish your homework. Like, you all basically, I guess that's the best way to put it, is that you guys do good. You finish up your homework. By the time Cavister, which I'm going to just move over here. Like, you all land in Cavister again. It's 3 in the afternoon-ish, so like mid-afternoon. Bull, as soon as he flies down, you hear Jocelyn, like, petting him. You hear, like, a kick at the carriage and go, alright, everybody out.
Yeah, getting out.
It's not out.
All right.
Yeah.
It's out.
You all see Gentle does look very scared. Looks like Sapphire's trying to calm her down. Like, you know, it's okay. Mama's here. You all see Bull, as soon as you get out, is like very tired and panting, and she looks tired and rubbing his head. Right, we're taking a long nap. What are y'all gonna do? There's still jobs you could do. Got a few hours before they close up for the day.
Let's get them done.
Alright.
Just, I have a question to ask. Points to Bull. You in particular.
Bull perks up. Yeah.
What kind of meat do you like?
Cow.
Got it.
He looks happy. He lays his head. You see Jocelyn like scritching at his frills. Oh, there you go, you big softy. He lets out little charps and trills. Alright. Sapphire looks to all of you. Yeah, considering I don't have a lick of a coin, I'm gonna book a room and I'm assuming Mabel will pay for it, so...
If you go to the Zorola Temple and say my name, they'll give you a place to stay free of charge.
She nods, and as she turns, you hear Gentle, like, looking up to her mama and just say, so, do I have to hide? Because I'm not gonna have guests anymore. Never? Never. So I don't have to go out when they come? Nope. And I don't have to worry about screaming? Nope. And look, anything we had before, we don't have. What do I do all day then? I don't know, but we're gonna figure that out. And again, you see just, like, Gentle licking her mom's face, but she does look to all of you, she smiles and she waves a little bit. Jocelyn looks at all of you. You did good. Y'all did good.
Oh. That was just the job, right?
Eh? You can't say them of all, though. Just saying that now.
But there's a chance you got at
The
least...
goal you can... Oh, sorry?
You go first.
The goal we do as riders is to save as many as we can in the time we have. You won't be able to save everybody. When you save somebody, she chuckles and looks to all of you. Best feeling in the world now, ain't it?
That's right.
Nods, and again, pets Bull. Alright. Players, would you like to go back to the message board?
Yippee!
Yeah, let's go to the message board.
Time to go get the next mission.
Mission time.
Okay.
Let's just...
So players,
Sorry?
to have at least some of your Sunday available, to at least get home and settle the kids and everything else, you only have time for 3 missions. And as I have told you ahead of time, specifically, one of them has to be removal.
Removal? Where's removal?
The old lady. On
Yeah.
the far right.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that this is Yarrow's mission, this is Yarrow's town, if you're alright with it, I would like Yarrow to pick one of the missions, and I would suggest another mission for you all to do.
Gotcha.
So the mission I would suggest you all to do is this one up here,
Which one?
which is talking about to stay with him in his twilight hours.
Oh, this one up here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yarrow, because this is your mission, I would like you to pick the next one.
I feel like some of these seem a little bit more urgent than others. I think probably we should stop the guy from getting killed from the Trent.
That's fair. So, just to check, you want to do that, or do you want to... Because remember, Trent is a very strong goddamn creature. You can do that. You can also, if you want, do the Methuselah kid one. Because I know you had your eye on that one.
He had his eye on it, but he purposefully didn't choose it.
Alright.
Because I can talk to plants, I was thinking I could probably find a peaceful solution to the other one.
Okay, so you want to do Trent's?
Yes.
So, oh, wrong thing there. 1 second. So, players, you're going to have to give up 50 silver for this, as I'm just going to put this in here.
For what?
50. You'd be returning these missions because you couldn't finish them.
Okay. That's like what, five gold or...
So the idea is that it's 10 gold per mission, and you're returning 5 of them.
10 gold or 10 silver?
Or sorry, 10 silver. 10 silver.
Okay.
In other words, 5 gold.
And that's total, not individually, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's just total.
Yeah.
It's 10 silver per return.
I actually might need to start get hop off to give my voice a break.
Hmm.
Yeah, no worries. Take it easy.
Wait, is that all we need wrestling for?
Yep.
Okay. Hopefully I'll be back up to snuff fully by next week.
Hopefully.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. So to put it simply, you guys do need to return in. I do not know if I told you all the bartender's name last time. Shadow Leap was flirting with him quite a bit.
Yeah, when when they're walking back, she quickly puts on a happy smile and just goes, all right, hot tab on her. Let's go.
Whether or not I said what his name is, I'm going to say currently right now, his name's Haystack, and I believe I said he was a Minotaur.
Yes.
So yeah, Haystack specifically is cleaning, like, the table down. You see that, again, this tavern, nothing big. It's like your standard tavern, so he's just cleaning it down. There's some chairs and tables. There's a bar, like a bar to the back. He looks up seeing all of you, but he sees a bunch of flyers in your hand, and he's like, or papers in your hand. He's like, oh, it's returning fee. So you lay the papers out. He puts his hand out. Coin, please.
Yep.
Alright, so who would like to give 5 gold for this, or do you all want to, like, take a gold piece each? What do you want to do?
Octavia will pay for it all.
I was gonna say
Octavia?
Maplewood because Sapphire.
Sapphire is more that you have to pay for, like, the other stuff. So you'll have to pay for, like, her schooling, everything else. Octavian can take care of these missions returns.
Octavia looks back at Mabel. It's like, Mabel, you're gonna have to deal with that. I can pay for this. I still have a lot of gold on me, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at that. He takes them back. Alright, so what's the 3 you still have?
Removal and what are the other ones?
Removal, Help Up, and Twilight Company.
Yeah, he looks at that. He puts his ears down. He pushes the Twilight Company one, which I believe was Ivy who picked this one. I'd say do that one first. Mr. Chen is, he's not doing well.
Fair enough.
Alright. Do you all want to head out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a bit of
Okay.
a wink and walk away.
Yeah, you see him wag his tail.
I just realized Shadow can't wink. What the fuck am I talking about? It looks like she's winking, but still.
Yeah. He calls out, middle of the city, big blue house.
Got it. Thank you. Octavia goes up to Shadow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hit on every single bartender in every single town we go to, or?
I mean, if they look nice, yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
Good for you, Shadow. Live your life.
She likes, like, stockier people. Can you blame her?
I'm not going to lie. It just clicked in my head where I was like, she likes stalkers. I'm like, whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
So I have curry now.
Oh god.
But no, she likes stockier built people. Basically, what I'm saying is she's really not attracted to the Sovereign. Anyways.
Fair enough. Okay. So, it takes you all maybe about 10 minutes. The house that you all get to is a blue house with a large fence in it. In that fence, you can't tell what's in it, but there appears to be a large stable, kind of makeshift shelter, and something puffing out smoke underneath the shelter. You're not sure what it is, but it's something.
Is that maybe a dragon underneath?
Does anyone want to step forward?
Octavio will.
Octavio, you step forward. Nothing happens until you get right up all the way to the fence line, and your hand kind of touches a bit like, what's that? That's when something bolts out. To give you an idea, it's got long fangs, big bushy black fur, 3 eyes, a huge snout as it snarls at you. Please roll me a charisma save.
Oh, charisma save. I can do that. That's one of the few things I'm good at. 18.
18? Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. It does startle you, but you kind of like jump back. None of you need to roll this because these are actually one of the mounts that are found at the school. These are Surus wolves, or this is a Surus wolf. A Surus wolf is specifically this, let me get a picture at least of the head of it. It's got 3 eyes, a large set of fangs, and it's genuinely considered to be incredible at going through forests and other certain areas. It's like a warg. It's basically like a warg. It'll defend when it's bonded to someone. This appears to be its home. This appears to be something it's connected to. It paces back and forth as it glares at all of you. It doesn't want you in the house, but it looks like there's a chain tied around its neck, so it can't leave.
Huh. Okay.
It snarls at you, but when it sees none of you are leaving, it does kind of just snarl and like try to jump at the chain that still has it around its neck. It's still trying to bite you all, but it just glares and kind of walks back slowly to its shelter.
Mabel's gonna try to slowly get closer to it because they're like, get it off the chain. It's just a puppy.
This is not a puppy.
It's just a puppy.
So
Unleash
you
the
see-
doggy.
So
It's just a
the
baby.
doggy, who's very big, this is like this is a bigger than Yarrow and Ivy and Shadow puppy.
Let the doggy free.
This
Charles
is
is
a
like,
doggy
"Oh,
as
what a
big as a
cute little
horse.
Doggy.
Let him
What
go.
Hey, Starling.
Yeah.
Would I've seen one of these in
None of you've ever
the
not
Shadow
seen
Fell?
one of these things.
Not even
no,
the
the
Shadow
fuck
Fell?
you have.
No, they're not in the Shadowfell. You wouldn't see these. These are rider mounts. Why would you have seen this?
I don't know. The Shadowfell's weird. We've been over this.
No,
He's
I
the little
know.
doggy.
This is just a little
Oh, that's
doggy.
nice.
Sorry. I'm just like, these are the things that would have killed you. Why would you have seen it?
I mean, considering what my dad is a fucking Shadowfell. I don't know.
No, it looks a bit like your dad, at least the stockiness. Mabel, this one does run up, and again, it's like, because it sees you, it is chomping at the bit, if we will, to try and get off the chain to get at you.
They're just still trying to slowly approach. Like, please don't kill me. I'm just trying to let you go.
Animal handling?
Am I good at that? Good question. Actually, yeah, because that's a wisdom score. Wait. I'm not used to having high wisdom characters. 12.
Okay, you can't get near it, but Mabel, you do know with the Surus wolves that they're bonded to someone. If this guy is in his quote-unquote twilight hours, he's probably wanting to be near his owner. And if he's off the chain, there's a good chance he might actually cause some problems. So with that animal handling, you're kind of like, okay, I'll get the chain off the puppy later, but maybe until the guy's dead, so he calms down.
Yeah, just looks at that like, okay. But wait.
Yeah, I will say, you see the dog has water, it's well fed. It just looks like the guy knew that if it was off the chain, it's gonna kill someone.
Yeah, she's leaving that alone then.
Alright. So, as you walk back, you all head to the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Head to the door. If any of you try to knock, the doors immediately open. The house is not like 2 levels, it's 1 level. And you hear from a back room a cough. Someone there.
What did
Hello?
the tavern? Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna ask, what did the tavern keeper say the last name of this man was?
Mr. Chen.
After
Uh,
Yaro says hello. Oh, sorry.
I wasn't done. Give me
Yeah, sorry.
It's
hello,
okay.
Mr. Chan. We're here to respond to the request you left on the board.
You hear a cough and a chuckle. Oh. Good. Come in.
He's gonna slowly come in.
You do. When you come in, all of you see the rooms are fairly nice. It looks like a nice set of rooms. Good quality wood on the ground and nice furniture. But it also looks like there are tags on it that almost says like to be sold to this person pick up for here. And the only thing that really looks still furnished is a back room. In there, you see there appears to be a man taking deep breaths. Around him are portraits of animals. Surprisingly, quite a few around his desk of a dragon. Look to be gold in nature, especially when he was much younger, but that dragon doesn't appear to be here right now. The man is scarred. His eyes have cataracts on him. Nails long. He coughs and looks to all of you. Come to sit with an old fool?
Yes. And if no one else is gonna go over, Yara's gonna walk over.
Okay. Does anyone else want to walk over?
Octavia walks over.
Okay. Octavia, good. Anyone else?
What are we doing?
This is a man who's clearly dying, and he just wants company as he's passing.
Oh yeah, no, I will stay there.
You do? Shadow and Ivy?
Shadow will hesitantly walk over.
Ivy says.
Stays in the room with the guy or stays outside? Okay. So you're all there. He coughs. Very good. I've never had interest in children. And he takes a deep breath. But I don't want to be alone. You're a strange bunch now, aren't you?
We get that a lot.
He smiles. Riders, are you?
In training.
He smiles. I used to be one of you. And he takes a deep breath and he points. Lost her. When I went too close in a fight. He kind of looks sad as he wipes his eyes. She was my only friend. Sold everything off. The hounds, the horses. Just the big guy out back I couldn't find a home for. I'm worried he won't move on. Would one of you willing to take him?
Octavia hears that and just looks at the party. He's like, can we? That's
Well, that depends. Does someone want the big doggy outside?
I like the big doggy.
I like big doggy.
big doggy.
You like big doggy. Due to who I know is supposed to have the big doggy is gonna go to Mabel. No worries. You're gonna get your seat eventually there, Shadow.
Where's my horse, Erica?
Hans.
You'll find it soon.
Give me my fucking horse.
Give me my horse back!
You'll find it soon. So, Mabel, I will say for you to indicate to it, you kind of grab his hand. He looks to you. He nods. He doesn't say much for a while. He mutters things under his breath. You hear him become a little disoriented, and eventually there's a shuddering breath. And a rider who lost his dragon long ago dies. With the last words on his breath, something that sounded like shine. Maybe he saw his old friend again. A vulture flies to the windowsill, opens it up, and you see it flies in, looks to all of you, lays its head down to the man's chest, and a golden orb appears in its mouth. Flies out. Does any of you want to check the body?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the person who has connection to the god of death do this.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. So Mabel,
That's my
you
fucking
get
boyfriend.
Mabel, I fuck him.
They do.
Mabel. Well, the god of the celestial of passing. Death is someone else. So
You know what we mean.
Mabel, you check the body. Sure enough, it was his time. But the thing you notice is in his hand. Two things. One of them is the deed to the wolf outside. It doesn't have a name, looks like he's only about 1.5 years old, so he's a young thing. Specifically with a note that says, "When I die, bring my body outside so he may see that I have passed and find a new master." But here's the other thing it says. "Whoever sits with me in my twilight hours to give me comfort when I feel this way, may get my fortune I have saved throughout my time.
Oh.
My 30,000 gold fortune."
Mabel blinks at that. Just goes, looks at that and just turns it around so the party can see that.
Sorry, what?
It goes on specifically to say, "I have no children. I have no wife. I have no living family. We riders must give up that, as our descendants sometimes do not make it. Mine died 6 generations ago. I am the last of my line. I cannot carry this with me. Give this to whoever sits with an old fool when the world didn't care anymore." And just he signed it at the bottom. The fortune specifically looks like it looks to be, the instructions are that underneath his bed there is a bag of specifically 3,000 platinum.
Octavia goes under to pick up the bag.
Okay. So, players, please give yourselves, when I can put this in, 5,000 gold each. Or no, it would be 6,000 gold each.
Oh boy.
Now, while this indeed for all of you can be used to pay off your debt technically now, the other thing is your secure jobs that will help pay this off. However much Kevister is going to pay you off is however much they pay you off. But the idea is that this money could go to, for some of you, getting better equipment, better armor, paying for your kids' medical stuff, paying for housing, and for one of you, pay for someone's tuition. I mean, technically two of you, considering, well, Octavio, you kind of owe it to Rose.
Yeah.
But no. Mabel, because this is your fun little one, would you like to go out and bring the body over to the Cerus Wolf?
Sure.
Alright, so you pick him up. The Cerus Wolf is barking and snapping and snarling until he sees his owner. Mr. Chen is brought out. He sniffs him. He whines. Animals can't cry, but he lowers his head on his old owner's chest and waits for a while. Mabel, please roll me an animal handling.
No.
No, makes sense. You try to, like, immediately take the body away. No, that doesn't work. Roll me again.
16.
That's enough. Slowly and surely you creep over, put your hands around the chain, and move it off. The Cerus Wolf blinks and shakes himself off as he looks at you.
Unleash puppy.
Puppy.
The puppy blinks, and he immediately goes running and, like, smashing into a few barrels nearby.
Let him.
You are just spoiling him. Okay.
He's a doggy.
That's what you're going with? He's a doggy?
Doggy.
Don't worry, you don't bite.
You don't bite.
Yes, he do.
That is
So
Mabel.
he goes over to Octavio,
Yes, he
goes over to Octavio, starts picking him up, like chomping down on him. It's like, ah!
Oh no, here's a funny thing you mentioned that. He actually does come near Octavio, because Octavio has a lute and he's trying to bite it. So he's like chasing after Octavio.
Okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I'll let it happen. It's funny.
I will say this, Ivy, you kind of like this wolf, because he grabs Octavio by the instrument and starts shaking him around violently and then, like, throws him to the side.
Okay, let's not do that.
Crashes into the fence in the Peter Griffin death pose.
Yes. Mabel, roll me an animal handling to try and get him under control.
11.
11. It takes you a bit, but slowly he comes over and puts his head to yours.
They're like, oh, doggy.
Well, you promised your kids a dog.
Look how big you describe this fucking dog as being. It's just the image of Mabel bringing him home and being like, Clover, look, I got our kids a dog. Mabel, that's not a fucking dog.
That is gonna be her reaction. For viewers and everything else, each of them, because their dragons are petite, and we don't want to put babies into war situations, at least until they're a little bit stronger, they gotta have something to help them out on this journey, and so we have a few monsters that'll be coming in to help everyone out. There is one more, however, that will be found here for a certain someone, which is why I was saying we had to come back here. But no. There's nothing else that needs to be done. There's nothing else here. Mabel, what do you want to name your pet?
I already picked out the name. It's just stupid.
What is it?
They're naming him Lazarus.
Lazarus!
Bible joke.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay!
It all goes.
Lazarus licks your face. Like, the tongue and the muzzle are big enough so it, like, licks your muzzle and face in one go.
They're just like, yeah, okay, this is fine.
They're very warm because Saris wolves are connected to heat. They're kind of like what happens when you mix a hellhound with a warg. So they have fire in that within them. So I will say this, Mabel, you can lean against him for joint support.
Big friend.
Big friend. No. So in this case, you, Lazarus, and everybody else start heading out. We're going to change the music.
Was it? Sorry?
I said we're changing the music as we go to the next mission.
Okay.
As you all are walking to the next point, which, so I know for everybody here, as I move you all back, put an X over this one. Do you all wish to do help or removal?
I mean, stopping somebody from getting killed by a Trent seems like a very good idea to do quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gonna go to the Trent. That's what I was hoping for. So as you all are walking, because you see on this note, specifically the guy or girl, or you're not sure who, someone named Elphon. Alphonse is apparently at the edge of the forest, ironically, where you found Garland. So you start heading over and you start walking. However, I can't bring her into this campaign and just have her once for Aura. So as you guys turn down a corner and she turns to, like, you're about to smack into someone, I'm gonna say it's Ivy. Ivy smacks into her this time.
Oh.
You guys smack into the griffin folk you met before, Aura.
Oh boy.
Carrying in her hand, dragging it on the ground, while you see there looks to be the other in her other hand, and finally on her back, getting dragged by a sled. The Draco-Lich is dragged by the horn with her one hand. The Gorgon's head is dragged on the sled, and the purple worm is dragged in the other hand. As she looks down to all you, she's covered in viscera, gore, blood. She just looks down, blinks. Hi.
Huh.
Oh, it's you guys again. She puts it down. That was an interesting afternoon and morning as she cracks her back. Man, I need to fix that up later.
You're telling us.
So, what'd you all do?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Fair enough. I'm just about to trade these in. Last I checked, that's 25,000 gold right there.
Good for you.
Why are y'all looking sad? And what did you get a puppy from?
It's been a long day.
Tell you what, you want to go for alcohol or drinks or food afterwards? You can find me over at the old, well, is it like Proud Pumpkin, Plump Pumpkin? I can't remember what that thing's called anymore.
Some pumpkin, I believe.
Fair. I will say this. The Saris Wolf is snarling as she goes, and that's my cue to give you all space. She picks up the heads again, starts pulling. Take care now. Oh, smart girl. Thanks for your help before. If I find anything, I'll tell you.
No problem.
Tell Scrappy that it's good to also see him too, and just keeps dragging.
Yeah, she just has a blank look as she looks at it. Mabel, you alright?
He's on mute.
Yeah, Mabel's still on mute.
Oh no, sorry, I'm here. What was it?
It has to be good.
Aura was around, dragged the heads of all the monsters, and said that if Shadowleaf needed any help, to let her know, and to tell Scrappy I said hi.
Yeah, Mabel just blinks. Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright.
Okay. So, let's change this to something a little bit more like a little bit more quick and upbeat. Yarrow! You get like 50 feet away from the property when you see this guy like in his house screaming with 3 Trents trying to like smack sections of the house off.
Oh boy. Okay.
You see how he probably managed to get the letter over there? Is that there's a Malachi symbol outside, like painted on his door, and like around him in a little statue. So it appears to be that he prayed to Malachi to send the message out. But he's been stuck here considering the Trents are trying to get him out, and the house is made of stone.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the Trents stop and look over to you.
Hi, hello, my name's Yarrow, what's going on here?
One of the Trents points in, because I'm trying to remember what Trents speak. 1 second.
Well, I can understand plants, so if that matters then at all.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to think about, like, if they would be speaking in another... Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So, funny enough, does anyone know Sylvan?
Yep.
I just wanted to quickly ask, was there any more Mabel stuff that's gonna happen? Because I might actually hop off to take a quick nap before I have to go to work.
Yeah, no worries. You take it easy, sweetie, alright? The rest of it's mostly Yarrow.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I slept like 3 hours last night, so I'm very tired.
Oh, it's okay. Love you very much, cutie.
I do.
And then there were 4. Alright. So, Yarrow, one of the Trents, the big one, looks like it's, big bellied. Probably looks to be, from what you can gather, an oak. Is pointing inside, and he just says very loud, "Baby."
Baby? Oh.
Okay.
So again, if you guys know Sylvan, then you know what he's saying. To anyone else, it just sounds like he's roaring.
If you give me just a short moment, I can try to talk to him and get the baby out for you.
No out. Kill baby.
Oh.
The other one is just smashing at the chimney.
Okay, this is harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Are you saying that?
He already killed the child?
Great.
There was a child?
Yeah, he apparently took a baby, one of their babies, and, didn't realize it was until it was too late.
Great.
Huh. Okay then.
Everyone can roll me a nature.
Yeah, I can roll you a nature. It's not gonna be a good roll.
Thank you, Yara.
Yeah.
16.
Shadowleap, that's enough.
12.
Oh, great.
Octavia, that's enough. Ivy, do you want to roll?
Sorry, I zoned the fuck out. Sorry.
Nope, it's okay. Do you want to roll a nature on baby Trents?
I could give it a go. $17.
All right. So all of you get it. I will say this. Ivy, you get it first. Shadow, you get it like dead last. Octavio
Yeah,
and
fine.
Yarrow, you get kind of in the in-between. So Shadow, what you remember, because this is like what you all remember in different stages. Shadow, you remember like it's hard to tell a baby Trent. You can't remember how though. Yarrow and Octavio, baby Trents look identical to saplings. They look identical. The only way you can tell is if it was making a noise, if it was screeching. However, you also know that possibly if the wind picks up, if there's another noise elsewhere, you might not hear it. And Ivy, the other thing you remember is that Trent specifically cluster. So what probably happened is the guys somehow found a baby Trent that its parents either walked away for a short period or maybe just accidentally left it behind, and when he killed it, he probably would have seen like an extra sappy sapling tree, like dripping a bunch of sap, and not picked up it was a Trent.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Has everybody else twigged it?
Have we what it?
Twigged it.
You mean okay?
No, that's a British
that's
turn of
what he
phrase.
said.
Fucking in one.
What the,
Yeah, that's a British turn of phrase.
What the,
That's
what
a
the
British turn
fuck
of
do you
phrase.
mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
Shadow.
it's a British phrase of have you worked it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense,
Point
but
at you. The Trents point at you. Insensitive racist.
I thought that you were making a jab at them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, I was generally just because Ivy uses my Britishisms. I was doing a Britishism, and then I'm like, wait, we're talking to trees.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay to be a little insensitive.
But it wasn't trying.
It's okay, baby. I love you, baby.
I love you too, and you're not implying I'm racist.
Just so everyone in chat knows, this is what happens when you talk to people in other countries.
Yep.
No. This is what happens when you befriend the British.
Oh, hush.
Well, what happens when you date a British, though?
Oh, we infect you.
Yeah, that's true. I say
And
twig
we
a lot.
turn you into one of us.
God.
I'm not even lying. I actually do say. I'm not even joking. I actually do say. I
do.
just now twigged that. I do say that now. He's infected me.
So has anybody else worked it out? There, I retconned it. It's done. It's over. There we bloody go.
Okay,
There you go.
Smithy. Okay.
They are
Sorry,
not-
I'm dying in the background right now. Hold on.
Nope, no one's gonna get it. That's the problem. No one's gonna
Nelly.
get what I just referenced.
But yeah, no. The parents. Yarrow, I would like you to roll a history on what you could do.
Man, I'm rolling great today.
Jesus Christ.
You're doing great. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, Yarrow, you've frozen up because you can't think of what to do. Anyone else can roll history.
Oh my God, Shadow.
Okay. Okay. Last check. Ivy, do you want to roll?
6.
God.
No, none of you have an idea. None of you have an idea. Shadow Leap, there is two things you can do. One is morbid, one is going to take a little bit of convincing. The morbid one is you could technically just let the guy die. Like, no offense to the guy, you really want to help him, but these are 2 Trents. They're pretty powerful, they're pretty strong. And none of you are really set for a battle today.
What's the other
Or
solution? Yep.
The other solution is a little bit disgusting. If you can get them some mulch and persuade them, you could convince them to make a new baby. And the guy could offer to take care of the baby for them.
Shadow is staring blankly when she comes to the realization, when she twigs it. And she stares blankly and just goes, alright, we have 2 solutions. And both aren't great, honestly.
Yeah.
First one is we let the guy die.
Okay. Your next
The
solution.
one Trent looked happy, like, yes, that's the solution I want.
Or she says it low enough for only the party to hear. Or we get a pile of mulch and we suggest the Trents make a new baby.
Okay. Let me talk to them.
Gotcha.
Alright, Yarrow, better get some persuasion rolls up.
Yeah, he's gonna turn back to them. Thankfully, I'm actually not horrible at this, and I have a trait that gives me advantage, so...
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, I apologize on his behalf, for him making such a grievous mistake. Is there a way that we... obviously, he shouldn't get off scot-free, but, is there anything that I could talk you into him doing instead as a punishment, as a service to you?
Blood.
Non-fatally?
Blood.
His blood or another sacrifice?
Points at his. Like, they want him dead. You can offer them to make the baby, however.
I feel like it's a really fucking insensitive thing to just be like, go make another baby.
Fair, but that's your option.
I could convince him to help you, multiply more.
Flat persuasion.
Take a bardic.
Ooh.
I'm
Save the bardic.
holding the bardic. I'm not fucking using it on that.
Yeah, no,
That's no way.
you still got some time.
Okay.
You could try to get more rolls in.
But both of them stop what they're doing to face you to look angry, look very, very angry. Yarrow, you can try again.
Yarrow, this does not look like it's going well.
Yarrow looks directly at Shadow and just gives her a look before
That
going back.
was Octavio.
Talk to him. No,
Shadow
gave me the idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shadow is staring back at you, sweating nervously with her eye wide at you. She's like mouthing to you, I am actually so sorry. Like, she knows that this is rude. She knows this is. She feels bad she put Yarrow in this situation.
Look, I know, I completely understand. I would also be angry if somebody killed one of my children, but at one point, yeah, you could kill him and that would make you feel better in the short term, but if you could also make him spend the rest of his life doing things to help you and maybe prevent other people from doing the same thing.
Okay. Roll me a flat persuasion.
I don't get my advantage.
You kind of rolled low on the previous one with the make a more baby after the dead baby.
Okay.
See, you're fine.
Make a more baby after the dead baby.
Do not suggest something as a solution to a player and then punish me for taking it.
You could have let him die. I'm not saying I gave you 2 options.
We wouldn't get paid though. We kind of need the money. I know we just got a lot of money, but we need more money.
You can.
It would be fun to watch.
Pick the coins out of his dead body.
Yeah.
I feel like we would be going through like a bunch of house rubble for that though.
You're talking to Yarrow. Yarrow's solution. Yarrow prefers any solution that doesn't involve a buddy.
Yes.
I mean, also we could have asked Alder to come in and get involved in the situation, but I don't think Alder's free.
I've never contacted him before. I need time out of
Here's
missions
the
to do
funny
that.
thing. Here's the funny thing. The person who would have known how to contact him hopped out for his job.
The thing is, I know how. I've just never talked to him before, and I feel like in a high-stakes situation like this is not a good time to have the first meeting. Especially because Yarrow has very conflicting emotions right now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. What I'm going to say is they look at that. They look to each other. They look to you. They nod. And then they look to you. Nandy. And they point at the door. The guy looking to all of you sticks his head out. You realize, he looks to be a Loxon, sticks his head out. Hey, is it? Oh, Celestials are here.
Yara's gonna walk over. Hello, sir. So, we need to have a very short discussion about something.
Do I need to get the fire? The Trents both start roaring, looking very bad. Okay, not that!
Okay, so I talked them out of killing you.
Oh. Okay. That's nice.
The caveat to it is that they want you to do a service in turn to make up for what you did.
Why do I have a feeling there's something bad with what you just said with service there?
They want you to be their new nanny.
Oh no! No! I am not doing that, one of the Trentors, without a little time to understand it. The Trent's not, good.
I can, have somebody from the Zorola Temple come over and help you learn how to communicate with them and help out.
Thank you.
Of course.
Should we explain to them that he accidentally, either accidentally or on purpose, killed one of their kids, or?
Yeah, he knows.
Oh.
He knows.
Okay.
He's well aware.
It specifically in the notes said, I didn't know it was a baby Trent.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. The
Fair
Trents
enough.
seem to nod to each other, slowly walking off as he goes, oh, thank you kindly.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry that this happened, but at the same time, maybe exercise a little bit of caution next time and convince any other fellow loggers in the area to do the same.
I make no promises.
Okay, I'm not gonna be here to save you from the next time this happens.
Right. Well, thank you very much, and have a good day, alright?
Of course, he kind of looks at it. Do you mind signing off on the, mission?
He nods. He kind of waits. Oh! Wait, I didn't pay you, did I?
No, that was gonna be my next question, because it didn't say you had anything listed here.
Well, I kind of am gonna need all my money to repair this, so... Hang on. He kind of, walks along the back And he he starts to bring out to all of you something you've all seen before. Another mount that's very common in Dracodale Academy, which is a Crichton sheep. Basically, a Crichton sheep is one of the few very large animals that pulls mounts. It's actually from specifically the Crichton mouth region. Let me get a picture of it.
Sheep.
How do you just have a Crichton sheep?
Oh, well, see, I kind of, how do I describe this? I kind of, got it as I was going to use for cart work, but if I'm going to do this, I might as well just give it to all of you. Basically, these are Crichton. So Crichton sheep are basically a very large, fanged, fire-breathing, almost impersonality kind of sheep that are good at mountains and cliffs, and apparently come from the Nine's hells in a way. Crichton sheep are basically the Sovereign's Guard symbols, and they're very strong and very powerful. They look like this.
Sheepies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he hands it over to you, Yarrow. As I said, we had something for you, and this is your mount.
Oh, excellent. He's gonna turn over to the sheep, like, hello.
It bleats demonically at you as it just sits there.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
This is not a beast, is it?
It's not a beast.
Oh, I can't talk to it. Okay.
No, it's a monstrosity.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess you'll be coming with me now. If that's okay with you.
A butterfly flies past it. It opens up its mouth and eats it as it just stands up.
Saying, Yarrow.
I can't understand it.
Wait, what?
Oh, great.
He turns back to Loxodon. Did they have a name?
Yes, totally. Cart.
Did he say cart?
Cart. He doesn't have a name, he just made one.
Sorry, you could just said no.
He kind of blinks at that and then just, looks back. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Thumbs up. Pleasure doing business.
Yes. You have a good rest of your day. I'll send somebody over later today.
The sheep looks at you. It tries to reach over and bite Rosa.
No, please don't do that.
And what I will say, because we are going to wrap up here, because there is no way I want just 4 of you for what's about to happen in the next mission.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
At least I would like to not have 4 of you. What happens is you all now have a Ceres hound and a Crichton sheep at your disposal for fighting. 2 dragons and a whole world of trouble. As we close off Trothar for today. I hope you all had fun. I hope that was enjoyable. Y'all got Sapphire back. Good for all of you. Now we'll have to see what that will lead to.
Woo!
But anyway, have a great day, everyone. Enjoy yourselves. I hope y'all have fun, and we'll see you next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Your liver tastes like chocolate.
What the fuck?
Your liver tastes like chocolate.
I didn't even have to ask for a bit. I didn't even have to. I didn't even have to ask for a bit this time. That's just what the fuck. Okay.
I didn't hear liver. I thought you said lips.
No.
I was
Liver.
about
Hey,
to
were
say
you
that's
all
safe
right?
for Caden.
Oh, oh.